Boom. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. We are live and back at it again, folks. It's a Feel Good Friday, and I hope everyone out there is happy, healthy, and safe. You're doing good. You're feeling good. Welcome back to the Wrestling for Life Network as we got WWE Smackdown tonight, the go-home show for Evolution, the go-home show for Saturday Night Main Events. A whole bunch of things going on. Multiple wrestling shows, matches, games, content, all of it. We're going to be here live, folks. It's going to be a fun one. Get in that chat. We want to see triple digits hanging out with us. So strap in, strap on, grab your snacks, grab your feel good, and let's go. Ding, ding, ding. We are live and back at it again, folks. Like I said, we are the Wrestling for Life Network. This is WWE Smackdown, and this is another live stream. Welcome back, folks. The channel just won't stop, Nick. We got lots coming your way today, but let's rewind and try that one again. But welcome back. Welcome back. Smackdown tonight. Like I said, bunch of go-home shows. Our Triple Threat Mania coming up. It's going to be a fun one. Like, share, subscribe. Be a part of the family. Be a part of all the fun. And as always, we got you locked in for the next couple hours. Me and that pretty face are going to have a fun time tonight. But if you didn't know, I am Mr. Every Night KJ White, the Iron Man of YouTube. That is Big Nick.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Wrestling for Life Network proudly brings to you its YouTube tag stream champions of the world, the Every Night Delight KJ White. I am Big Nick, and as you can see, this man's been already overloaded with wrestling out here because this whole weekend, even tonight's just double stacked with wrestling. We got go home. This is a go home show for 2 shows, and then we're back here tomorrow for 3 shows. And even tonight, I got Super Card of Honor in the background. We got GCW in the background. We got House of Glory in the background. We're overloaded with wrestling out here.
Yeah, it doesn't stop. It doesn't stop. And we are here live. We'll be back at you at 1 p.m. tomorrow, guys. It's going to be a fun one. And again, be a friend, tell a friend, share the links, share all our socials. Go check out the links below as, we're cooking. We're going to be live tonight. It's going to be a fun one. We'll keep an eye on some of the stuff that's going on out there. But back at it tomorrow all day long. We know when we start. We don't know when we're going to finish. 3 shows, 1 night. And if that wasn't enough, we will be back on Sunday for Evolution. So, and then another week of wrestling, Nick.
Absolutely. The game don't stop of it, and the beat goes on. But da-dum.
Right? 100%. It doesn't stop. We're back here on Monday for Raw. All the way, we'll see all the fallouts as we build towards more pay-per-views. The Slammiversary is coming up. SummerSlam's coming up. We're going to Paris soon. Like, there's a lot coming your way. It's going to be a good time. Tonight shall be an interesting one. Like I said, the go-home show. Top 3 from last night. Geekbox, Richard, and Damien. Welcome. Congrats to you guys. Get your merch. But tonight we are getting a tag title match. New champs, Nick?
I've been wondering this all day because how do you beat the Wyatts clean?
I don't think you do beat them clean.
That's the thing. Is so then it becomes like, does it have to be new champs? I personally don't want new champs. This feels very fast. I know we've talked hot potato and everything like that. And I'm very curious where the Wyatts go as tag champs and all of that. So I kind of want to see this whole situation play out a little bit more, but I'm worried we're going to get new champs because how do you beat the Wyatts? Like, they've already came out and done the run-in. They've already attacked the whole division. What's next to do with them?
Yeah, if they lose here, then what do you do with them? What do they mean? Are they done at that point?
Right.
And then again, if they win, then what happens with the Street Profits? How does this all slide together? It's a very interesting how the Wyatts have just kind of moved into the tag team division. I'm glad they're doing something, but I'm surprised that it's this. And I kind of want the Street Profits to hold on to those belts.
Yeah, and I want the Profits in this. And this might be a halfway time, but it's also a shameless plug. Did you see the news about the Wyatt kind of extra DLC? And
yes, I watched
2K25.
Yeah, I watched the one video. It's almost it's heart-wrenching.
Right, and that was, I guess, something from 2K22 that they're going to release in that. So for those who don't know, they're going to do an extra DLC for 2K25 on the island part of it, whatever that is, for Bray Wyatt and unseen, unreleased footage and everything like that. So with that happening and coming up potentially soon, does it benefit more to put the tag titles on the Wyatts? It kind of brings back that feeling, that vibe. You can talk more about Bray and everything.
Right. Yeah, you got a very good point. It's very possible that in light of that, does do we kind of go in that direction? Plus, they need something. So if they have a plan here, and at least it's something to see where it goes, we'll see. But ultimately, I don't know. I kind of want the Street Profits to hold on, but they feel like an underdog going in. We'll see what happens. Announced late, Fatal 4-Way. 4 of the tag team, one member from 4 teams are all going to take on each other for the match before the match at Evolution.
Yeah, I hadn't known that this was announced until you literally pulled it up. I've been trying to break it down in my head right here. Of maybe it all depends on who wins here. That almost tells you who's going to win on Sunday.
Yeah,
I'm going to go Roxanne wins here because of Judgment Day, Spanish Rachel, all of that. And then maybe on Sunday we get new tag champs.
Fair enough. I'll say, early prediction. So Ruka maybe gets the pin here, has a kind of a cool moment, kind of puts her over, and then obviously she doesn't win. Maybe it goes back to Rox. I picked Judgment Day, so that works well for me.
Right. I can't even remember who I picked, honestly, at this point.
Right.
It'll probably change in 3 times by Sunday.
Right.
I could see, though, with Soul gets the win here, it really establishes them because they're the NXT team in the match. Yep. So it helps boost them up a bit before they probably take the L. They take the pin on Sunday.
Yeah, I kind of like that vibe, but it's a very hot topic right now. Like, people are talking about going into a lot of pay-per-views. I almost feel like this got talked about more today than any of the shows that we're about to watch this weekend. But Nick, Jelly in the house.
Yeah, it was only second to Sean Ross Sapp and JD from NY about to have a fight, I guess, and everything like that. But I digress. We'll talk about that. I saw somebody mentioned it in the chat, so we'll talk about that.
It came up, yes.
But Jelly Roll out here going to be song singing and guitar picking and everything, and I guess might be having a match at SummerSlam. Allegedly, he's going to be involved. Yeah, Logan Paul going to be involved. That makes sense if it's a celebrity with a celebrity. Like, could you imagine? Is that going to be the match? Jelly Roll versus Logan Paul at SummerSlam?
It could
honestly
be.
That's a celebrity versus celebrity. That's back to WrestleMania 1, Mr. T versus Roddy Piper type shit.
Yeah, I wonder, because generally in this situation, tag team match. So who teams up? You find a baby face to slide next into Jelly Roll, and then you go Logan and somebody else, Waller or
Travis Scott.
Travis fucking Scott. Bad Bunny's back.
Oh, then we'll get a 3-way dance. We'll get Damian Priest and Bad Bunny versus Jelly Roll and Babyface to be determined, and Logan Paul and Travis Scott.
Yeah, I find it funny. And one thing I see a lot from the internet audience is that this who asked for this? Generally we don't ask for a lot of what happens. Like,
I said that about old Willie Goldberg, so I can't really judge that opinion.
You do see that a lot, though. And this one, I was just like, we might not have asked for it, but at least, let's see what they do. If it's garbage, we'll call it garbage, but let's try and avoid pre-match.
Right. Well, where was everybody like this when AEW had Shaquille O'Neal and had Mike Tyson and everything?
Little Jelly Roll and Action Bronson, or
we're still got the Rizzler doing stuff at All In and everything, but Big Boom's fine because he used to wrestle on the independents, but Jelly Roll because he does emo white boy music. That all of a sudden that's a terrible thing. Yeah,
me from myself. But I don't know where this is gonna go. We'll see. Again, WrestleMania, SummerSlam, 2-night event. I'm not really mad about a celebrity match or a celebrity moment. We've always had them. They've always been a thing.
Not gonna main event the fucking night 1 or something like that. Like maybe. You're gonna have just a celebrity match. It could go all of 5 minutes and everything. Ta-da! Big spectacle. Like Jelly Roll's gonna honestly probably hit a choke slam and a splash, and that'll be the 2 moves he hits offensively in that match, and he'll win. And it's gonna last 5 minutes, and who the fuck's gonna care?
It can't go any worse than Shane McMahon, right?
He could tear 3 quads. Can you tear 3 quads?
The third one. The third one's a painful one.
That's the middle one.
Right. R-Truth. A lot of people are talking about R-Truth as far as, all that fake rage disappeared really quick, didn't it? But Malachi Black or Alistair, I kind of like this, and I feel like it's leading towards Damian, which I'm okay with for like a mid-card skirmish.
That's the thing is I like this, and I understand to an extent the feelings on both sides of Malachi. Oh, well, you made a big surprise about him returning and everything, and now he's out here just doing mid-card stuff. R-Truth, though, he gets involved with John Cena, and now he just disappears and falls back into the background and everything. But you need your mid-card stuff. We knew when Ron came back, he's not going to stay a world champion or anything like that. Like, he's not now all suddenly a main eventer and everything. If you need to, we said this, you need to keep that same energy. Cheer for him when he's doing this, the same you did when he was facing Cena. And Malachi, I like the idea of it getting to him versus Priest. And again, we're adding to this mid-card scene. It's a non-title feud that could lead to a title feud. So I dig it.
Absolutely, absolutely. Nick, we got about 17 minutes, and we usually go long-winded. But that's all I know of as far as being announced. Oh, Ray Phoenix might be doing something tonight. Andrade and Ray Phoenix taking on somebody, maybe. I might have made that up.
That's who I want as the tag team to face, the Street Profits.
Yeah, I like what they're doing, man. I like the energy of these two right now. I think it works really well.
Right. But should we say hi to the peoples?
Let's say hello to the people on a Feel Good Friday. Again, folks, we got so much coming your way. Like, share, subscribe. I see over 60 people with us already here tonight. And again, we do our best to bring you the best possible content nonstop all week long, every week, over 300 shows a year. So yeah, make sure you get in there. And the best thing you do is spread the word. And right now we are in a little tournament. I think you can go vote. Go check our Instagram. I think there's a voting thing for it.
We still don't know. We got thrown into a tournament. We don't know the full process and everything. We got put up for a political position that we don't know what we were involved in running for.
But I'm highly competitive, so let's fucking go. But once again, I will remind everybody real quick, Triple Threat Marathon Evolution on Sunday, 6:30 p.m., 1 p.m. Eastern time. So for some of y'all, it's still breakfast. Brunch with the boys is going to go live. But we got Kevin in the chat, Nick. Zach is back with us. Ian Miller, how you doing? The following content is intended for mature audiences. Viewer discretion is advised. Yeah, that's a fair bet.
Yeah, we say the adult words at times and everything like that. We have big boy pants on.
Yeah, that's how we roll. Sorry. What's up, Eric? How you doing? Tomorrow's loaded. Tonight's is pretty stacked too, with SmackDown, Ring of Honor, GCW, and Ounce Glory as well. Yeah, we all got to chip in together. We'll start like a little pyramid scheme, and we can all like buy multiple flat screens and watch all these shows. Like, it's insane how much is happening right now.
You're saying you want to build a clubhouse? We can build a clubhouse.
We can build a clubhouse.
Everybody will just start, a GoFundMe. We'll have a big old clubhouse. We'll have watch parties every night and everything like that.
Right. GoFundMe will be live on Monday, and we can start building towards the fun house.
Right. But yeah, how do you feel about wrestling weekends as they've been kind of called and everything, to where literally, like now with All In being in Texas, and now even WWE followed them there a bit, of Texas has been taken over by pro wrestling this weekend.
I mean, the indie shows kind of following around the big shows, not unexpected. Seen that for a long time now. Smart maneuver on their part. But I mean, I don't know that you get to book a pay-per-view on a Saturday and or a Sunday, and it's your weekend, unless you have events all weekend. Like, we call it WrestleMania weekend. We're gonna call it SummerSlam weekend because it's a 2-night event. They hijack the town for 3 days, 4 days in some cases, because they stay for Raw. Right. I mean, if AEW runs, a Ring of Honor show on a Saturday, and then their main pay-per-view on a Sunday, and they got big things planned, that's their weekend. I mean, people were mad about Evolution, and Evolution's the next day in Atlanta. I don't really know how that impacted All In. Like, you're not like, I was so gonna watch All In, but I have to see Evolution instead, so I'm just gonna sit it out on Saturday. I don't think that's a thing.
Right. Well, and even with not Supercard of Honor. Sorry, I looked at my screen. Was Saturday Night Main Event as well in Atlanta, and WWE in Atlanta is having to compete with Beyonce. Tony Khan in Texas is not a thought at that point. But like, I thought it was interesting. Great American Bash, NXT follow them there. You see now GCW follow them. House Glory did it. Of a la when like a SummerSlam or a WrestleMania or anything like that comes to an area.
Yeah.
But how do you feel of having like nonstop wrestling of like literally from like 6 o'clock on, you could have been watching pro wrestling till you fall asleep?
I mean, there's only so much you can take in. And I mean, the independent shows, the big part of their business, 90%, 95% of their business is all through driving that ticket sale and getting people in the building. So I get it. I mean, the fact that we can consume so much wrestling nowadays is a big thing. Like, we couldn't do this 5 years ago, 6 years ago. We'll see all these shows.
Flip through the channels back and forth. You had one show you could watch.
Right. So, I mean, ultimately, do I wish it was spread out? But it's impossible to have it spread out. And like I said, they're trying to jam pack it for that week. I feel bad for some of the really good shows, like a House of Glory show tonight. You know, it gets swept up in the rush of everything. Ring of Honor hasn't been talked. Like, I haven't barely seen anything about Ring of Honor online today. Everything's been, you know, IWC toxicity and fucking
the System of a Down
and the System of a Down. Yeah, toxicity of our city. But yeah, it's been that and a lot of talk about mostly Evolution more than anything I've seen.
Fair
a lot of yabbing about Evolution.
I think, though, the biggest thing and what I think will win the weekend and should win the weekend is All In.
It should. Like we said last night, it's very true and it stands true. They have to show up and show out. They have to make connection on this because I feel like WWE put themselves in a bit of a, I wouldn't say pickle, but not the best position. And it's not the most exciting weekend. We're not that, you know, the way it's all kind of played out. We're hopeful. We want to see it be good, but we're not exactly fucking pumped about it. All In, if it goes out and delivers, you know, Tony added a few matches that maybe he didn't need to add, but that's Tony being Tony. Right. Two of them, I believe, are on the 0 hours, so I'm not too hurt about that. And I do feel like a once upon a time really good tag team belly ached their way into a pay-per-view match.
Well, they're still only on 0 hour, but yes. But
they are very much.
It has to really nail this out of the park. This is one of your big shows. This is, I don't know if AW per se would have like a big four right now. Yeah, I guess, yeah. Well, I don't know if you would. So is Forbidden Door their SummerSlam, their Survivor Series?
Forbidden Door ends up being like, because originally it's not one of their big four. Full Gear, All Out, All In, Double or Nothing, right? Those are your big
All
four.
Out's become an afterthought at this point, especially once they moved it like the next weekend. Remember, that was a terrible fucking time.
That was a terrible choice, and a lot, you know, I mean, and again, the guys that were on All Out did okay to save the show, but a lot of people weren't there. It was bad decision making, but regardless, let's get back to the people as the time ticks away. Right. Damien, Mr. E Cool, welcome back. Clay Lewis, Puppet KJ in the house. Let's go. Looking a little yellow on those picks. Hilarious. Damien, welcome, the leader of the Hopium tribe. Athena versus Thunder Rosa should be good tonight. One of the few matches that I would be excited about, though I think Athena retains.
Yeah, for sure.
Rick Dawson, welcome. Let's go. I love wrestling. I hear WWE is interested in Mystico and Mascara Dorado, aka former guys in WWE Lucha House Party. So we've already had the one, but now there's a big push. Lola's off to Mexico now. We won't see her for a while in the WWE. Mystico makes sense because he, according to somebody out there, he's like the world's biggest draw. But ultimately, I mean, he's a talented guy, but they had him. It was a clusterfuck.
Well, yeah, it was Sin Cara. That's why it gets interesting. Well, in Masque Dorado is Lindsay Dorado. So it would be two retreads and everything a bit. So it'd be interesting. Now, do you bring in, you know, Sin Cara, Mystico as Mystico?
You bring him back as Sin Cara?
No, please don't, because you instantly all the stigmatisms of you bring him back as Mystico and let the smart fans sort it out and everything. Yeah. And I saw this was going around of it's going to be interesting because now that WWE owns AAA, they're not in a working relationship. It's going to be harder for CMLL to retain top talent because I did see like Templara and everything like that. There are other names that AAA is very much looking at. But the biggest match that's taken place in Mexico is Santina Morella versus Mr. Iguana. And I need that on my screen at all times.
Right. What's up, everyone? I know Jacob Fatu, he's going to call out Solo Sokoa, and he's not leaving the ring until he comes out. Last week, Fatu brought the fireworks. Now he's coming for a fight. And strength in numbers, Christian. Welcome back, sir. Wrestling God, how you doing? Anybody home? Big Dog, we're always home. We might not be here, but we're there or somewhere.
We may not be always doing business, but we're always open.
I like it. Let's go. Let's go. Boston, how you doing tonight, sir? Trey, welcome back. Big Dog, we got you. Papa KJ in the house. Papa TJ, good to see you. Kevin, already got you, sir. Hope you're well. Bum, 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 bum. Kevin again. The repeat offenders, MDB.
No, they're just working their way to be a top chatter and everything.
Yeah, they're getting there.
We just get behind the times here.
Again, but I'm going to buy Scrabble. Let's go. Well, I mean, did I really need to click on this one tonight? But you would have won some out of some wood. There you go. MDB, the Knee Pad Patrol, back at it. How you doing, sir? Scott,
Just
welcome back.
Just don't get a splinter.
Right, Mom and Dad are here to babysit us all, Ron Swanson style. That's hilarious, Scott. Made me laugh on X today. Appreciate it.
Right.
OG Dale in the house, wrestling proud. Dun, dun, dun. The list gets longer. Trey, no offense to the Wyatt 6. Why do they get a rematch? They really haven't done anything to earn a shot. Well, I mean, yes and no, but because, in my opinion, it should be the Prophets versus Andrade and Phoenix. I would rather Andrade and Phoenix. I agree with you, Nick.
Oh, absolutely with that. And yes, Trey, we all agree with you a bit. But also, then you got to go to a swamp or whatever pocket, universe that they're in and everything to go and find the Wyatt 6. And who wants to sit there and tell Uncle Howdy, sorry, you don't get a rematch right now? Like, no,
right?
You're going to get attacked by the buzzards and all that. No.
Yeah. What's up, Zach? How you doing? Trey, got you. Dale, Cherokee, George, let's go. Let's go. Black will use him for practice. Jelly Roll in WWE. We'll see. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I love the man. I really do. Super fan. But I don't know. Dennis Hodge, let's go. Vance, what's up, sir? Jelly Rolls, got Jelly. Vance, let's go. Chris, happy Friday, all. Hope you're healthy, happy, and safe. I believe if Tony and Hangman loses, Tony Khan will have the biggest fumble he could ever have in a company. I think Tony's losing, and I think Hangman wins.
Yeah, that's the thing is you can't now if he does one and not the other. Like again, if, like Chris says, if he does both, I think all in sinks. But I think you can get away with doing one and not the other. Like, do you feed the trolls and have Mercedes win, and we continue this online narrative of creative control, but we get rid of the Death Riders and the Young Bucks as EVPs? So we get rid of, some of the toxicity, but embrace some of it on the other way.
Yeah, I mean, to an extent, you kind of got to dig in at times. You can't just kind of. You're either going to kill it or you're gonna make it work. So we'll see. IWC, I'm so over the IWC and their pre-mad BS. Sincerely, it's so tired. I got to step away from an X is just the meeting ground for all the genius.
Yeah.
I got to step away from it at times just because it makes me feel like wrestling's horrible. Like nothing in wrestling's good. So I got to step away.
That's why you got to treat it like boxing, stick and move. I pop in and just, shout us out, walk away. Shout us out, walk away. You throw a punch, you walk away. You don't get caught up in the nonsense of the arguments because it is just, it's a terrible echo chamber. Like, I've never seen a bigger collective of people to gather together and bitch about everything.
Everything. It is fucking madness. Like, you don't like anything. And then again, it's like the funniest fucking, nobody can have a good moment. It's like, oh, that I really enjoyed that. And you get told how stupid you were for enjoying that particular, whatever it is. It's just nonsense. And we're going to talk definitely more about it. Dawn, how you doing? Welcome back. Huge weekend. Wow. Jelly Roll versus Logan Paul. No way. Yeah, I have no idea how this is going to play out. Damien, Nights Out.
So great. So big. So fantastic. Huge weekend.
Beyonce MLB All-Star Weekend. Is it the All-Star Weekend already in the MLB? Shit.
Yes, sir.
And the Blue Jays going into the All-Star break, number one. Evolution. Yeah, no, we're stacked. It's crazy. There's UFC, multiple indie shows. It's nuts. So much for having a life.
Well, that's the thing. It's thy cup runneth over. It's a wealth of riches out here, and that's when it gets really interesting of seeing people bitch about having too much good shit.
Yeah, like I mean, again, one of the things, a part of our gig here is we're critical and we critique. That's what we do. That's what we do on a daily. And there's nothing wrong with critiquing, but to be mad about like if me and you were here all week, every week, just mad about everything, I don't know that it flies. I don't know that it works. Like we want to come together in our mutual love for the wrestling, and I just don't get it. It's just this. It's like watching two guys that can't throw a punch fight. So they're just swinging at air. No one's ever.
Oh, that whole thing. Yeah, no, that's, I'm going to keep doing this and I'm going to keep doing this. And if you doing this gets in the way of me doing this. Yeah, no, I'm more upset that there's so much wrestling. Like, I'm going to have to stay afterwards and just watch more wrestling and everything because there's so much good happening. Like, you can't find nothing that is enjoyable in all of this. You're a big wrestling fan, but you can't find nothing. You've got Ring of Honor, AEW, WWE, NXT. TNA might be doing a show for all I can know at this point. GCW, House of Glory, Wrestling Evolver had a show yesterday. Like, there is so many things going on. Just this weekend, just in wrestling, you can't find one you like.
To me, it's similar to like somebody that like is a diehard, and I know there's a lot more people like this, but when you're like a diehard music fan, but you only love one specific type of music, and I don't even mean genre, like specific subgenre, and like this is the best music and nothing else is better. And to me, the argument is like there's so much out there. You can embrace it. Variety is the spice of life. Enjoy it, take it in. Like I don't get it. I can't function that way. Like, no, only when they blow up tables is wrestling good. Like, okay, help me understand.
Right. I only listen to Black Sabbath with all of the original members.
Right.
Like, no Zach Wild with Ozzy, no, none of that.
No, like you can no. Like it's got to be that. And you're like, come on, expand your horizons. And there is shit out there that we watch that sucks. But
that's what we try and that's what I love though about with doing this channel and everything is I know we're going on a diatribe, folks.
Not at all. Keep roll.
Right, but no, of just with us doing the channel, we've expanded and gotten knowledge of like Battleground Pro Wrestling, of Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling sprung up. We literally learned more about Wrestling Revolver and House of Glory through watching them doing the channel and everything.
Yeah,
we're the ones that want to just bring in like, it's really cool you like the Doors, but there's other bands than the Doors.
Yeah, right. You know, it's crazy to me. Like, but we got about 30 seconds, maybe 20. Ronan, Klaatu, welcome back. Haven't followed you gentlemen for very long, but have you ever considered throwing in a trivia question here and there to switch things up? We do a trivia show, but you mean like a trivia question for the fans? We could try. I mean, we do focus on the live happenings, but
I would say more with that of, I mean, sometimes like when we do like the big like WrestleMania and everything where we're doing the stuff in between and everything, we'll do stuff like that. And we do have the wing show. I mean,
I would like to do.
Go ahead.
Sorry, and we got very little time, but I love this shit. I would love to do one where I could get everyone to answer at home, like whether through an app or whatever. Have the questions go out on the app. Everybody can answer there, so we can track it. Maybe we will do a trivia night one night.
Fair enough. Well, we're always growing. We're always expanding everything.
Big things lots of other crazy shit.
Stopping up to something. Season never sleeps.
Yeah, I was asking the questions instead of getting them wrong and eating wings.
Right. I have you can eat the wings as I have a now and an FBI warning.
All right, I have now.
Oh, I have a forever. I will stop that together because I missed my spot.
Forever. Ladies and gentlemen, Nick and I are syncing up, and we are ready to go as we get together.
Yes.
And the big W on the screen. Let's go. Let's go. We will keep an eye on some stuff very lightly, but our focus will be SmackDown as we're here for another 2-hour SmackDown. I love saying it. I love saying it.
Yeah, I'm glad that it stayed that way. I was worried it was only going to be that way for 4th of July.
More matches I got to predict. Yeah, the prediction title is going to be on the line all day tomorrow.
Right.
Today is also the theatrical release of James Gunn's Superman. Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun. Yeah.
Well, Superman ain't saving shit. But here comes the Street Profits.
Yeah, Oh, Wyatt's cut in.
Oh, they're getting glitchy. They're getting glitchy.
Now, well, how do you still feel? And I see super chats and everything. We need to say hi to. But how do you feel with Randy Orton? Oh, that's your baby face.
There's your baby face. Yeah, Randy and Jelly versus Logan and Travis Scott.
Yeah, what I was gonna say is Logan the wrestler or the celebrity in that situation,
right? Well, we get the sky shot of a packed building. Let's go. How's this one gonna kick off? Spaz dropping the $10 to say hello. How you doing, sir? Don't forget, Spaz is out there putting up his own content, and go check him out as he's got a very Spaz lean to his situation. LA Knight kicking this one off, Nick.
Right? Yeah, but Spaz saying not wrestling, but mental health related. Men's rights advocate Roma Armory has started a series calling Dear Roma, with guys writing in and sharing their struggles. Thoughts it might help some people. So again, I love that. I'm just spreading the word of, like we say, be a friend, tell a friend, and Spaz very much tries to embody that.
Yeah, shout out. Absolutely. I like this one from Jason. He's a certified G. So Damien mentioned as well in TNA, and you can't teach that. Enzo popping up in TNA.
Hey, how you doing? Bada boom, realest guy in the room.
The man might be looking for a back door, sir.
Well, pause. Accusations. But maybe if W. Morrissey gets a free, what did you say?
We haven't seen him much.
Right.
But thank you so much, Jason. You can take this one, buddy.
Von Erichs just beat Daivari and Nice on the pre-show. Well, real quick, as I've got Hachachero coming out, but as I've got LA Knight, did you see that Kevin Von Erich has signed the first AW kind of Legends deal? I don't know if Sting had signed one, but Kevin Von Erich's now official Legends deal with AW.
I kind of feel like Sting and Danielson might be on kind of what you would consider. Technically, Jericho might be considered the same, but it's interesting to have like a Legends contract for a guy. Like generally the WWE Legends contract, it ties in the rights and the marketing and da-da-da, but they don't own anything. Like it's just such a weird take. I know why they did it. I know where they are, being in Texas. But yeah, I guess if you want to give them some money to come hang out, I don't know. It's an odd thing, right?
Well, his sons are on Ring of Honor. They obviously just wrestled, like Chris was bringing up. And is he a consultant? Now you can do something with the Von Erichs. Like, could they do something with the Von Erichs now, like what they just did with the Briscoes?
Maybe, yeah.
LA Knight out here cutting a promo.
We're calling Seth Desperate, Y2J. On what show? Oh, that's Showtime. Okay. We should play Quiplash. Okay.
Is that the movie with what's his name?
Tom Hanks
played. I was thinking of Whiplash, of the guy.
Oh, Whiplash.
I was trying to make fucking Marvel jokes and then I couldn't remember any actor's fucking name and everything.
Right. Oh, where's Anthony? Anthony, how you doing? Anthony going to the shows. Hope you're doing well, sir. Hope you're feeling good. I hope you have an amazing weekend, sir.
Right.
Ken, welcome back. Looking forward to a wrestling packed weekend. We really are. We put up that meme about do you want to just keep bitching and complaining about everything, or are we going to have a little bit of fun here?
Yeah, again, I love that it's the IWC just trying to ruin everything. No, we love wrestling. So why am I mad that they're giving me a lot of wrestling to watch
Fat
and a
free-
lot of good wrestling?
Yeah.
Like
Well,
I love pizza. I'm so mad you're giving me good pizza.
yeah. Can you stop delivering these free pizzas to my house? I wasn't,
Right. I just hate these vitamin deliveries, KJ. You have to stop sending
Yeah.
them to my house. I'm just enjoying them too much.
Yeah, facts. Fat free jelly rolls, hilarious. Welcome back, Jose. Roddy, good to see Jelly Roll Light. I love it. Big Dog, Chris McCarthy, welcome back. MDB, we already got you. Mega's in the house. Denisha's always a pleasure. Dun dun dun. Al Snow, good to see you, buddy. Apparently, the singer Jelly Roll, whoever he is great. Yes, he is. And whoever he is, go listen. Jelly's good, man.
Gentlemen, has LA Knight finally gotten back over with his little bit of stroke and everything? Because he was just doing in the crowd, and now we got ladies and gentlemen, Paul Heyman has
Paul
come
taking
out.
that case everywhere he goes. I like it.
Well, it's a beautiful case.
It's nice. The vest's too small. The Rocketeer vest?
Oh, on LA? Yeah, he's a little. Have you seen the one? It especially popped up around 4th of July tour is LA Knight replacing George Washington crossing the Delaware.
What?
They did a picture and everything like that. Like,
oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, wait, Delaware. How do we get there? No, I got you. Yes. That is a small vest.
Oh, yeah. It is tight like Toiger.
See my vest. See my vest.
My vest made from real
chest.
Paul
Heyman talking to LA Knight right now, folks. I'm not really sure what we said to make him say that. I don't know if you remember. We shouldn't. Then why are we mad at TK? If we're talking about the number of matches, just because you end up losing.
No. I get what he's trying to say. He's saying, well, getting a bunch of wrestling and everything like that. Well, then why are we mad that we get that much? When he does 14 matches on a show, because it's all on one show. That's the thing. If it's all on one show, I don't want to watch a 7-hour Titanic movie. I would like to bounce around and watch this movie, that movie, that movie, that movie.
Yeah, and I think ultimately, for me, a big part of that, Nick, is its quality. Like, if we're getting like 11 amazing matches, oh, we got company,
right?
Oh, Paul says 1 second. This is interesting.
Hello. With the Bloodline 3.0. Which we haven't mentioned it, we can talk about it ish. Of Roman Reigns, Tribal Chief 1, TC 1.
Right.
Some things change, but some things stay the same.
I like it. You know how Paul feels about the solo, so this is very interesting. Paul backing up on his heels. I was not expecting this.
This is kind of his show. Everything's changed. Yeah. SmackDown solo show. LA Knight's become much more of a Raw guy. Paul Heyman's definitely a Raw guy.
Right? There is no more wise man.
I love, though, that Heyman's selling of I'm afraid of you because the last time I dealt with you, all three of y'all put me through a table. Oh. People have thought we get him tonight. We get him at Saturday's main event. I don't know.
I think we're getting him tomorrow.
Okay.
I'm maybe. But yeah,
I'm okay if we don't at all. I almost don't think we do.
It'll be interesting. I wonder if Roman can fuck up Seth's cash in. It looks like Seth's going to cash in and Roman smashes him, and then Roman's on Raw on Monday.
But I'm wondering where Seth would look like he's going to cash in on Saturday.
That's a very good question. What is happening?
Paul Heyman hightailing.
Paul just said, fuck it, I'm out.
Smart man. Never question the wise man. Never question, what is he now? Right. The Oracle?
Right. The Oracle. Yeah.
I am passionate about football as you guys are about pro wrestling, and so I get it 100. I will defend my sport.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, trust me. You asked me about football or asked this man about hockey, and I think we're the same way.
Right. El Juggalo. Whoop, 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 whoop. Let's go. Knight's Vest screaming, LA, I don't fit you.
I was wondering because I saw MDB saying that's an 8 Mile reference for Big Nick, and I was wondering, tank top saying, "Buddy, I don't fit you."
That's yeah, and it's so weird because I had not seen that, and I quoted 8 Mile. Did you also quote 8 Mile?
I saw because I saw MDB saying that's an 8 Mile reference for. I saw that comment, and then I was waiting to find where it came from, and then when I saw that, I was like, "Oh, I know where it is."
Right?
I got a tank top screaming, "Buddy, I don't fit you."
Hibbity hoobla.
I hear what'd you say? Hibbity hoobla.
MFT, yeah, they're MFT.
Oh, who?
Motherfucking Tongans. LA Knight's over, folks. Getting a big call from the crowd.
Has he found that spark of everybody that says LA Knight gets buried? All of a sudden, he gets involved with Seth Rollins, and he's back as one of the top guys in the company.
That's the thing.
The man's been buried and risen from the dead more than Jesus.
Yeah, the wrestling fans expect like everyone to just run up and like get a title shot and dunk on it. Like some people take a while. Some people, fail 3-4 times. Like it's just like real life. That's what they're mimicking. Where's Jacob? Jimmy,
because remember, Jimmy's taking on Solo.
Yeah, we got a chair for Jim. There you go. Jimmy takes down Tongaloa.
Now,
so, tag team match, player.
Right, but it's still, now they got chairs, but it's like 4-on-2. You still have the numbers, but I was expecting Jim because for those who don't know, they did announce that Saturday night's main event, it'll be Jimmy Uso versus Solo for the U.S. title.
You put him and Big Bill together.
Skyscrapers, right? Twin Towers, what?
Hey, let's go.
Alan, who will win fatal 4-way match? Roxanne Perez, Soruka, Kairi Sane, Alexa Bliss on SmackDown. We will find out when it happens.
Right.
Jimmy holding court right now, though. Well, both him and LA with steel chairs.
Right. Another $10 in the bank from our buddy Spaz.
Hope you guys are having a good Friday. Let's kick off FAW week. No. While we spread love and plugs, pause. My co-host Jake Don DeMarco is now on Spotify. Search Into Somewhere and love bomb him.
There you go, folks. As Alder's out here tending to business.
This is like you said. We're gonna get a tag team match. Player, holla, holla, holla.
Right. 7-hour Titanic would be lit though.
No.
That's date night for Boston and Anthony. Titanic in 7 hours.
Moving on.
Night Vest. Oh, I got that one.
Solo. That's Stooge, JC Mateo. So a tag team match of Solo and JC versus Jimmy and LA Knight.
Let's go. So I think what happens is they're going to get screwed by Seth, or at least part of Seth's crew. And that's my guess here tonight. Match.
Because Heyman being involved 100%. Bronson Reed. Does Bronson Reed get involved because he's got ties to both sides?
Right.
Oh. Alexa and Charlotte backstage.
Right.
They are such an interesting tag team.
We're not friends is what the t-shirt says.
What did it? Charlotte out here. I'm gonna take my horse to the road.
And Charlotte does not want to go out to ringside with Alexa, so they're playing the reluctant friend thing up. She gets a new shirt that says "Not Friends."
They're gonna be friends. They're gonna form a friendship, and then they're gonna do the breakup of again. It's really interesting to me because it's kind of the best thing you can do with both of them right now.
Right.
If you're not doing Alexa with the Wyatts and you're not doing Charlotte as a world champion or anything like that, as a title holder, maybe a tag title holder, if anything, it's the best way you can capitalize on both of them.
Yeah, in a big way. I mean, if you're smart about it, yeah, absolutely. As up next, go ahead.
No, I was just following up on that. It's the odd couple thing, but yeah, I got Goldberg on my.
I was just saying we're going to get the Fatal 4-Way up next. That should be interesting. I will put a poll up for folks. Get your votes in. We take a prediction for every single match here. But this shall be interesting. One member from each tag team, as Charlotte and like you were saying, not getting along, but the rest of the teams are pretty dialed in.
Right. Well, I like this from Geekbox Show, my brother. They're basically doing a wrestling version of Step Brothers. Did we just become best friends? Yep.
Right. Yeah. And we've seen this. Like this is a tag team play that we've seen many times.
Yeah, well, it's the same description. It's that you're running the same offensive play and everything. Cowboy Charlotte. Yeah, she expect to see a lot of cowboy hats and a lot of Southern twang and a lot of barbecue and everything with this weekend because we're in Georgia and Texas.
Right.
We're going Southern for this wrestling weekend.
Very much so. Very much so.
Anthony, who's going after Slow-Lo and the U.S. belt? Jimmy Uso or Rikishi won't cry for WWE pushing Jimmy like they did Jay. What?
Yeah, I mean, Rikishi won't cry. Yeah, I mean, nobody really worries about Rikishi. Rikishi's just doing what he's doing. But Jimmy's not going to win. But maybe this does open the door for Jimmy and Jay. Does Jay come to Jimmy's aid because they're outnumbered? I don't know.
Yeah, well, we figure at some point we're going to get Jay and Jimmy paired together again. And that'll really help the tag division, especially if they're on Raw, because we're allegedly still supposed to get a draft at some point. I'll believe it when I see it.
Right. Sometime.
But yeah, no, Rikishi's just a dad with a microphone who used to be a wrestler and has kids that are in prominent wrestling positions. Like he's a dad with a microphone. He's going to say dad things of like, why didn't you give, he's the dad at the fucking sidelines. Why didn't you give my son the ball in 100 plays out of 50?
Yeah, I mean, you can only, you're not going to cater to someone's dad, especially a grown-ass man. So at the end of the day, I think that you have to wait and see. But yeah, Rikishi wants people to tune in, so he's going to say some shit. But he's got a lot of friends still associated with all this. So at the end of the day, he's going to, like you said, pom-pom for his own kids. But, I mean, Jimmy's getting a shot. We're okay with Jimmy going after Solo as we're dealing with the whole bloodline and this new setup.
Yeah, and we are going to probably eventually get to Jimmy and Jay team up again because is it Jimmy ascending to Jay or is it Jay sliding to Jimmy when they team up?
I'm hoping you elevate Jimmy a little bit. I think it'll be a big pop. It'd be exciting because they're reunited. A lot of us know what that means. We watched the story of the Usos from day one, so I think it excites us enough. Plus, we might get some really good, like if they get in there with the Street Profits and some of these teams that are here now, it could be really cool because it's been a long time since there's a fresh crop of tag teams for New Day to mix it up with, Usos to mix it up with.
Well, it's funny that it was the Freudian slip there of the New Day because that's right there. That might actually make something with the New Day matter again.
Yeah, it might make something relevant for them. Can we talk about how stupid SRS is openly challenged someone to a fight in Texas? Not just someone. I won't make this long, but JD from New York and SRS, we don't talk about a lot of other people by name on this channel, though we've done it with certain journalists. I said my piece on this guy, Nick. You know how I feel about him. I don't understand why this bridge. Hey, Freddie Durst.
I do things my way. It's my way. My way or the highway.
He's my fashion.
How much does KJ White look like Fred Durst just if he flipped his hat backwards and had a longer beard?
Right. Honest to God, he was my fashion inspiration from like 97 to 2001.
Just give me something to bring.
Right, give me, where's my bubble vest? God damn it!
That's wrestling Twitter right now. Is just give me something to bring.
Right.
No, go ahead.
No, I mean SRS. I mean publicly like challenging a guy. Oh, I didn't challenge him to a fight. I just said he could say this shit to my face. Get a slice. I don't know if that's something Americans say as like code for like let's scrap. Like grab a slice. I don't know.
No, that's going to grab a slice of pizza. That's a New York thing.
Yeah. Okay. I guess that's what he was spinning. I was like, what are we referencing here? But ultimately, again, I said this last week, Nick, and then I'll leave it to you as the match is about to start. But when you watch the news, the journalists don't for a week go on about people who said they were wrong on the internet. The journalist reports and shuts the fuck up and then reports something else. If they want to refute a story or they can strengthen a story with another interview, fine. But everyone's arguing about something you'll never know. Bully Ray came out and said, yeah, a lot of people have like a handshake deal that they have creative control. Nobody believes that. Like, it doesn't matter who comes out to rebut a statement. They're like, oh, Bully doesn't know shit. And you're like, fuck, nobody knows anything. Like, it's
but you.
Yeah. But the arrogance, like the one thing I don't think we do very often around here is just this constant talking down to people. Like, and Sap in particular, well, JD does it too, but Sap's only running his mouth and flexing the way he is because, I mean, yeah, okay, pick on the little guy. All right.
Can I wish that both people lose in this fight?
Yeah, just like quit.
Just, well, beyond all of that, I was going to say with the journalists fighting and everything, have you not watched Anchorman? Right. I feel like certain people in this are Ron Burgundy a bit, News Team 6 here from Canada. Right. Where's Jim Carrey when we need him? But it's two fucking bloated windbags, two fucking bags of hot air, just fucking bickering at each other and everything. Yeah. And somehow they have a fucking audience. That's more of a like.
I don't get
on one hand, I will say I do respect Fightful and everything. I do think for at times they're one of the more reliable ones when it comes to like a Wrestling Observer or anything like that. I will say that. But SRS personally, his behavior at times is
baggery.
Yeah, it's a lot of fucking high school drama. It's fucking who's Zac Efron in this High School Musical,
right? And I've gone back and forth a little bit with SRS just because I find it very entertaining. Right. He is very narcissistic. This guy sliding into people's DMs is weird. Phoning people like on the like really
come to a space. What?
Are you kidding me? And I wonder how bold a guy like SRS would be with maybe not a little guy, but I don't think he runs his mouth. He picks his targets. He knows his audience. But it's so weird in a day and age where we're very, again, you consider yourself a pro, you represent a brand in Fightful, and you're challenging people to scraps, like, or implying that you want to get into it like that. That's a professional. I struggle with that. Now, JD's just JD. Everyone knows how we feel about him. I don't know why so many people watch his shit because, again, he's just screaming and yelling. And until he got kicked out of House of Glory, he was waving the AEW flag proud.
Right.
Put on a show.
Yeah, she hits the moonsault on the outside on everybody as we do have the match going on. As I know you and I are 3 minutes and 23 seconds before we get back from a commercial. But
right.
And now Ricochet is saying, yeah, House of Glory, I want him chucked out too whenever I show up and everything.
Sure.
Right. Yeah. Well, it's like I said, it's a windbag fighting a windbag. I don't care. Can both competitors lose because no one's acting professional. For two people that try and say they're professional at this, because I'm not, I'm at best an amateur.
Right.
They do not act professional in the slightest.
No. And again, you can have a disagreement, but like you disagree with somebody and they pop into your DM and they're like, I'll embarrass you public. What the fuck? Who are you?
It's wrestling, my guy. It's pro wrestling. But AD and AZ saying that was not the one I clicked on, but I think we're putting the Usos back together. Would do wonders for the tag team division. Absolutely. I thought he had one of saying that where his go-to. Yeah, that's where it is. This channel is all I need for my wrestling news because I know it's legit. Yeah, our shit is real. Our shit is raw. Our shit is all authentic. When you're talking about that wrestling, you put about that for life with it.
100%. And again, we'll stand up for things. I just don't find us in a place. I mean, I've told certain people like publicly or out loud, like they need to go fuck themselves for their behavior. But again, I don't wish ill will on anybody. Blah 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 blah. I wish people could get their heads out of their ass. Like you're supposed to be covering one of the biggest weekends in the wrestling calendar, and you're fighting with some little man miles away. I'll see you on the 31st. Well, when you in my neighborhood, homie?
Embarrass who now?
Right.
That was just too perfect of John C. Who are you trying to run that shit?
Right. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean? You're gonna flex your big old
Cap is fake news.
Well, we've called him out before of like we were watching it live, and then it's like, oh my god, this just happened. We got the inside scoop. Click now, and it's like, I get what you're doing, but again, it might not be fake news, but it's definitely trying to get those extra, like you're paying for your content. It doesn't make sense to me.
Right. Frankie, has Jesse Ventura been announced for Saturday's main event? I need Jesse Ventura to commentate Bill Goldberg's match.
It was so funny. I just want to hear him say Bill Goldberg 100 times.
Right. Don't worry, Anthony. We'll get shirts that say, yes, we're friends done. What?
Yes. I like it.
I see a space, but I can't find it. Oh, there we are.
Ooh. Oh, I got it, but you did too.
There. Spaz with a $10 super chat. I never knew JD until I put out some content that gave a different view. So he told everyone that would listen that I mocked his passed on relatives. When really I just pity his cat. If you know, you know.
Did he just kind of call him a meow? But anyway,
well, no, because
I know.
I don't know the lore, but you know,
I know. I know a chunk of it. Yeah. Again, I think that's the MO, and we talk about the kind of being stuck in that silo. You see Meltzer doing it. You see guys like Sapp doing it. You see guys like JD doing it. It's just we cut out everybody that doesn't feel our way, because then we build, you build this kind of fucking funnel. And you block out all that extra opinion because nobody challenges you. We, on the other hand, welcome the fucking challenge. We're begging for people to debate things with us.
Exactly. That's the thing, is I don't want to be in that echo chamber. That's why you and I go at it. That's why literally we try and click on as many chat comments, and sometimes to a fault we click on something that might not be exactly YouTube or ad friendly and everything. But no, it's an open discussion. We were talking before about, I think somebody was calling it the frat house. No, can't be that. That's already a gimmick in Ring of Honor and AW. No, the fun house and everything, a little playhouse and all that. Or we'll just all have the clubhouse. Right. We'll watch all the wrestling on all the screens. We'll all have a good time here. That's what this is. I love having the back and forth debate. Like, that's some of the funnest times on the channel, is when you and I in the chat are going all at it and everything.
Let's go.
101 likes. Good going, guys and gals. Well, let's see if we can match that in live viewers. We got 90 right now with us. Let's get triple digits across the board here.
Right. I'll be right back, Nick, in 2 seconds, sir.
You are good, sir. 5-star match, by the way. Yes. By the way, we do still have a match going on right now. Roxanne Perez in control. Throwing Alexa Bliss. Oh. Running European uppercut, says Testatori. Middle rope moonsault. Soul breaks it up. I love arguing with you guys. Absolutely. And I love arguing with you all. And I love that we've built that can agree to disagree, can still everybody has their favorites, everybody has a loyalty, everybody, all of that. But in welcoming the open discussion, because that's the best thing about pro wrestling. That's when you were on, going back to in 90s nostalgia and everything, when you were on the back of the school bus, because everybody sat in the back seats, right? You weren't that one that sat in the front seat. You sat in the back seats because that's where you were cooler somehow if you sat further away from the driver. But everybody sat there and you talk wrestling and you'd be trading baseball cards. You can sometimes maybe a fight little breakout and everything. But it was your little clubhouse. And I guess theme of the night, we're trying to build this as our clubhouse of, we talk double stomp, Coupe de Gracie from Kyrie on the Soul. Wow. Alexa breaks it up and does Roxanne. But this is our little fun spot of pause. That sounds dirty. To just openly have a discussion and talk about what's going on, what's the vibe for the day. It's a collective group engagement, and I love it. Sister Abigail, Roxanne fights out. Was trying to go for the pop Roxanne out of the corner, back elbow. Soruka double soul snatcher. Yeah, 1, 2. Raquel puts Roxanne's foot on the ropes. Oh, I like that we're going to get a Zarya Raquel Rodriguez confrontation here. Big elbow from Zarya. Soul Snatcher. Yeah, it's the most provocative move name in pro wrestling outside of the Bronco Buster. Fucking Raquel just booting Asuka while she's got Zarya up. Oh, here comes Chappelle Roan, Charlotte Flair dumping Raquel over the table. Testator takes a bump. Testator down. Distracting Soul, but Kyrie cut the Hajime back elbow. Judas effect. Oh, she about to hit the elbow. Mike Brand, sorry, I'm going to try and see this, the insane elbow. Oh, feet up, feet up, feet up. Alexa going to steal this. Sister Abigail. Do it, do it. Oh, that got super either clunky or creative or improv or did a new version of a Sister Abigail with that. Like she spun her before she spun her. But Alexa picks up the win and Charlotte looking like, she owns property in Austin, Texas with this kind of tire. But Alexa picks up the win. Hell of a match. And I really like that it was a big showing for Soruka, like the double soul snatcher. Roxanne was more of an after, big showing too for Kyrie. But yeah. Sorry, Mike. If WWE wants the tag titles to be big again, I say drag the titles out till SummerSlam and have a ladder match with all the teams. That very much could be an option across the board, whether it be men's, women's, what have you. They can still. I don't think that there's any team right now that truly, in any tag division in WWE, runs the division. You could maybe say that with Judgment Day, but I thought they were dismantling the whole women's tag division. So I'm all the way for multi-team ladder match, what have you, at SummerSlam. And even if they hot potato it in between, then that's where you can have the end result there. Yeah, the double soul snatcher was super. Mwah, chef's kiss. Mwah, mucho bella. One of the Yellowstone is wearing Lady B. What up? I love it. 83 weeks with Eric Bischoff, hosted by Conrad. What? Context is king with that one. Charlotte Flair got a little pop there at the end. Yeah, this might be a what am I trying to think of the exact term here? A resurgence, a rebuilding phase here for her persona of if she's going to be in a tag team and she's not Charlotte Hogan of going for all the belts and everything like that. Of she's trying to work out this, tag team. Is we got the Battle Royal graphic, and I'm trying to count if that's everybody in there, but we got a cluster of names. But if that's a way for Charlotte to rebuild herself and make her more relatable and show some more personality, what have you, versus what everybody feels is Charlotte Flair, which I think there was a study that went out to where Charlotte Flair allegedly gets the most heat on wrestling Twitter, like on social media from wrestling fans. But yeah. I think it'll be a nice little refresh for everybody here. Love on 86 weeks listening to Bischoff calling Tony an idiot and Conrad trying to defend him. Fair enough. As I'm getting the whole card going through of Evolution right now here. Woo Fighters, the Wu-Tang Clan. TS versus TS at Evolution 2 for the WWE Women's Championship. Oh, Christ almighty. It took me half a second. I was like, who's TS and who's TS? Trish Stratus versus Tiffany Stratton. I get you. I followed you. I can do things. I can do words. But yeah, do we get anything tonight that's kind of a build for that? Or is that just a legacy match of like, well, you interacted at one point and people are going to pop for Tiffany Stratton? Is holy shit. This entrance for the Street Profits, that looked fucking cool. With them coming out, we want the smoke, and they have them in the little entranceway, filling with smoke. They're setting that up for Goldberg. But yeah, I dig that. I want Montez with the HBK attire 100% out here. I want the Street Profits to retain this. I just sadly don't feel like it's the likely outcome. I'm very concerned here as the Street Profits coming out right now. And so it looks like we're setting up for we're coming up next, the tag match. What they did, the way they did the Evolution card is the same way they should be doing other PLE cards. This 4 to 5 match card is getting old. I want to sell it at 8 per PLE. Fair, and I mean, we'll see. Sometimes it calls for limited reduction. Sometimes you go a bit overboard. I mean, I really liked, I know you mentioned it earlier, Boston, about, well, we should love when Tony goes into, 14, 15 cars and everything if we love all the wrestling. But it's not a one show. I liked with right now with what All In's kind of set up to be, at least from main card to end of card, is about 8 matches still. So it is in that frame of maybe that might be the sweet spot in pro wrestling of, or even somewhere between 5 and 8. You can let me know in the chat, in the comments, what have you. What do you feel is the line for like a wrestling card? Is it 4 or 5? You get in and out in 3 hours and we call it a day? Or is it, it's a PLE, I want a little bit more value for bang for my buck of give me 6, 7, 8? Or do we go full throttle of, well, if you're only going to do 7 a year, I guess, do 75 matches in one night? I can't, but do like 15, make it, Woodstock every time you do a PLE. But I'm in commercial right now on Friday Night Smackdown as I have Lee Moriarty versus Blue Panther on Supercard of Honor right now. And I will remind everybody, if I can find the scene, we are back at it like a jackrabbit tomorrow, 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Daylight Savings Time and everything. The same time that 0 hour kicks off for them, wherever you may be watching, we'll be live with that. So go and start spamming their chat with Wrestling for Life now. Tell everybody that's watching them on the, especially the pre-show, to come over here. But we'll be here live for the start of even the start of 0 hour for All In, and be rolling right through for the main card, all of that. NXT Great American Bash rolling all the way through right into the Saturday Night Main Event. We'll be here for, I think, at minimum 9 hours of wrestling, and then come back for another 2 or 3. Well, 2 because the Saturday Night Main Event. We'll be here early, but so we'll say 3. So like 11, 12 hours in 48 hours is about what we are about to watch when it comes to pro wrestling. So yeah, be a friend, tell a friend. I can't watch that much wrestling in one day. God bless you guys for doing it. Well, we got you covered. That's even the added bonus of, if you ain't watching that show, we can keep you up to date with that show while you ain't watching. But I got you. I understand. And we've talked about it. That's a bit of the surprising take of, well, they're doing too much wrestling. How often is it for people in their lives to say, I'm in too much of a good thing? Normally it's, I can't get enough of a good thing. I know that there's shows tonight and everything we're not going to fully watch through and everything. But I know what I'll be watching later tonight and tomorrow before we go live and everything. Like, I like wrestling, so I'm not mad that there's a lot of wrestling and a lot of good wrestling for me to enjoy. Yeah, no, I'm not saying you were saying that, Jose, but I'm just, Charlotte is a Flair temporary face turn, and she'll go back to her heel ways. I mean, could be she has the same issue as Rick did of always kind of thinks that they're the face when they're very much not. They are way stronger as a heel, but want to be the face. So I think it's nice to see them as a tag team, and I give it a couple of months and everything. You keep them as a pairing, and eventually they'll get really close, and then they'll fall out. And then you get the singles feud out of that, which that's, again, you can still have a nice singles feud out of that. And again, they're not at a title. You keep some of your top stars away from a title. You still can have a great feud that's not around a title. As we're back to the Street Profits in the ring here. Imagine Oldberg and Trish as champions. What kind of ratings would they pull? Well, I know a man who might be pulling himself to Trish Stratus, but what ratings would Oldberg, if we go back to 1999, what ratings do they pull?
It's not going to help the feel of the product. I'll put it that way. Like, it's not going to help people.
Trish.
I love Trish.
The reverse of you could have Trish as a champion, but as long as we don't have Goldberg as champion, we're good.
I'm good. Yeah.
Right.
All the truth. Now Kith.
That's Trish Stratus at 100. It's the worst wrestler for Mike Tyson trying to say.
61% of the chat is going for the Street Profits, Mr. Nick. So
and I hope so. I hope so. I hope I'm wrong. I hope that they, like we talked about it, I hope that we get the Street Profits versus Phoenix and Andrade. But then again, when the Wyatts lose, it's like they take like 3 losses in one.
Yeah, like, I mean, it feels, you have all this presentation, you've had all this build up, we know the legacy of everything. You kind of have to make it count.
Right.
The entrance is over, though.
Well, yeah, because it's Bray's entrance.
Right.
80, Nick, I'm pretty sure you know better. You might know as well, better than I do, my God. But is there anything such as Legends of Wrestling? We're like only old timers wrestle. They tried that, and it went under fucking fast because a swindler was in charge of it.
Yeah, for sure. That's the tough part, right?
Yeah, well,
bad track record.
Do you think Rick's got one more in him? We got Rick's second to last time.
No, we will.
Ric Flair versus Goldberg, or Ric Flair versus Hulk Hogan. 1 man enter, or 2 men enter, 1 man leave.
I think
there could only be one greatest of all time.
I think people would prefer if no man leaves, but whatever.
Well, it's much like another fight we were talking about of no man leave. Right.
John taking the Wyatts. The only thing they'd pull with Goldberg as champ now is a muscle. Yeah, he can't do it. This is his last time.
That's the only thing I get scared the longer that Goldberg Gunther goes, is if it's 7 minutes into the match and he tries to hit a jackhammer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, can go really bad, really fast.
Yeah, for sure. Goldberg pushes ratings. No way. Sami Zayn gives more of a draw.
What ratings does he push in the 65 plus? He pushes Miralax more than he pushes ratings.
Yeah. And Geekbox, you're 100% correct, man. This guy can't go to a restaurant, never mind take a bump.
Again, his knees are held together with paper mache.
Right? He just shitted his pants.
He just cut his damn man.
Well, we are off and running. Joe Gacy, Dawkins in the ring. The Wyatts, the Street Profits for the titles, folks.
Right. And we still got a whole hour. I'm so glad we don't have another 2 hours after this. But yeah, well, how do you feel, though, of the end of the women's match and everything like that, to where Alexa picks up the win, and we're seeing very much Charlotte and Alexa becoming more of that pairing?
Yeah, and a pretty good reaction. I mean, Alexa's helping Charlotte get a little more love. Again, it sets it up for the future of them not liking each other. So I'm okay with it. You got to build up this tag team division. You've talked a lot about it being, decimated. So I mean, they're big names and they're away from the world title, so it's good.
Right. But I won't decimate anything, but I'll be right back, sir.
All right. Spaz Phoenix in. Nick taking a pause for the cause. The show rolls on, folks. Be a friend. Tell a friend. Let's see if we get triple digits in here tonight. Forbidden Door versus Heat Wave, because a show at a completely different time of day on the other side of the world is counter programming. I don't get it, right? Like, I really don't get the take about the counter programming. I understand you put something up against something, counter programming, but to put it up on the next day, how does that counter program? To put it up earlier in the day or later in the day, yeah, maybe the idea. But here's the thing of it all, Spaz. If you are as confident as you say you are, Tony Khan does an interview. We have the best roster in the world. The Bucks do an interview. We have a best roster in the world. Osprey does an interview. We have the best roster in the world. Everybody you ask, everybody you talk to says we have the best roster in the world in that company. Then it shouldn't matter. Put on the best show possible. Everybody freaking out. You wanted competition. You wanted to be in a fight. You wanted it to matter. And then the other side starts fucking with you, and now you don't like it. Well, maybe you shouldn't have picked the fight with the bully. I don't know what to tell you, but I'm all for it. The answer is outdo them. Like this weekend, a lot of people talked about the cards for the shows for WWE a little bit light. The energy going into the weekend a little bit light. Maybe 3 shows in Atlanta wasn't the best idea. That being said, Evolution's tickets went on a rush. They're almost at 7,000, or they will almost be at 7,000 eventually. So yeah, there's positives, but this is All In's chance to prove, all right, you're all the best. Kill it. Make it more than just words. And that becomes the biggest thing. That is, for me, the issue. You wanted the fight. You got the fight. You can't bitch about having the fight now. Ring of Honor Supercard. Tag titles could change hands, but Dusty's home. Sammy, I believe, is home. Athena's not going to lose. Maybe the TV title. I believe maybe Dalton gets his hands on a belt. I think that's happening. Who wins, Okada or Omega? I picked Omega. I think everybody's picking Omega. I think it makes the most sense, but we don't know what story they're going to try and tell Chris, so we'll find out. As right now, we are in a commercial break for some out there. Gacy is in control of Montez Ford. Montez Ford mimicking Dexter is awesome. Sammy draws nothing but money. Hungry Baby's dying to shave his beard. Let's go. I think people crying about counter programming make me laugh. Oh no, we have options to watch whatever wrestling we prefer this weekend. It's the weirdest idea, and it is the concept of, man, I'm a diehard AEW fan and I can't wait for All In. Oh wait, the WWE's doing Great American Bash. I'm gonna go to that instead. Like, I don't think that's a big issue. Again, if you are streaming or whatever, I think the one thing that WWE has the advantage of is if you have a Netflix subscription, you get to watch all the shows. But it's going to cost $50-$60 to watch All In. That is a big factor to this. So, but the counter programming argument, to me, I don't get it. Like, I was challenged. Like, I want, NXT and AEW to go back to the same night. Let's have that fun again. This is what we've talked about. And if I'm an AEW fan and the WWE feels the need to counter program my favorite, instead of pissing and moaning about it, I'm excited because I wanted them to acknowledge my presence, and they are. So you got what you wanted. So you can't have it both ways. Put your tissues away. As we come back out of commercial break, Montez just got hoisted up to the top. Dexter Lumis in the ring with him. The only people who care about counter programming are the hardcore fans on the internet. Casuals, no, they don't even know. They don't give a shit. And again, for people I talk to, they're watching all of it. They might not get to watch some of it live. Lives happen. Not everyone's here doing this kind of thing. So ultimately, I believe that it doesn't change a lot. Again, if you're going to book WrestleMania on the same night as All In, now we got a problem because, yeah, you're going to steal a lot of fans. But if you're the best wrestling in the world, like the first place team doesn't get pissy that the second place team's coming to town or the last place team's coming to town. Like, it doesn't matter. You're going to win. You show up to play the games. You make it count. You make it matter. It's got to mean something. So I don't get it. What do you think of New Japan Star? Oh, I thought this was cool, Christian. Lots of wrestlers being scooped up as, we get the power bomb from the top. Sunset flip power bomb. Rowan looking on. Nikki looking on. Bray Wyatt and Bray. Uncle Howdy rocking back and forth. My mistake on that one. I really like Thunder Rosa, but I really want Athena to retain. I like Thunder too. I really do, but I do believe that Athena deserves the win. I think Athena's treatment could be better. The only thing, if Thunder Rosa wins tonight, Frankie, I expect Athena to either win or almost win the Battle Royal and be involved more on Dynamite. She should be. As Dawkins finally gets the tag on fire. Up and over Gacy. Big back elbow. Dawkins underrated, folks. AEW's entire existence is literally to be counter-programming to WWE. Facts. That's something that doesn't get said enough, MDB. Oh, wait. We got a 2, but Dexter comes in, tossed out right away. Gacy tossed out. Looks like Dawkins setting up a flight. But yeah, AEW, that is a very good point. You are supposed to be the counter. You're supposed to be the alternative. So if I think WWE shit, I gave up on WWE, and someone else out there is putting on a show on a night that WWE is putting on a show, it shouldn't matter. It should not matter, right? Maybe you lose some people in the middle, but if your show's better, you'll get more people. Facts. You didn't sell less tickets because of WWE counter programming. 2. Damian Titan versus Nick Wayne tonight. Not Dalton Castle. My bad. Nick Wayne. Will Nick Wayne lose if he's going after the tag titles and they're breaking up the group? Yeah, maybe Nick Wayne loses. Maya Holloway, how you doing? Hello, KJ, Big Nick, and everyone. Welcome. The last match Nick Wayne had on Ring of Honor was really good. Yeah, Nick Wayne can go. For a young man, he can go. He's got some maturing and such to do, but he can wrestle for sure. A big fan of him with the East-West Express. I just think he's in the wrong position in AEW. And you got to stop bringing your mom to work, even if she is fun to look at. Akon promised me we would use. Wow. Okay. I don't know what Jose said, but that's a hilarious reference. Imagine someone telling you how to run your business. Yeah, I mean, again, that's the other thing. Listen, I'll put it this way, Jose. Since we've started doing what we do, we've made it an absolute mission of ours to look and feel different than other channels out there. And I think we've done that. I've seen other channels in our time over the last year and a half, 2 years now, start to evolve and change. There's people that once upon a time were friends. Their channel all of a sudden has a border and they have characters on the screen. Even big channels like people that we've mentioned tonight already on this channel that all of a sudden started changing how their backgrounds looked and little tickers going all around. To me, we have two choices. We can cry about it, or we can never talk about it because they don't matter. We just keep showing up and doing what we do, how we do it. And once they start copying what we used to do, we do something else. So nobody's going to tell us what to do, when to do it, and how to do it. And if anyone's going to cry about it, if we're stealing, if I'm taking audience from someone else, well, I apologize, but it is the nature of the beast. And that is ultimately we want to see this grow and balloon and keep going. So what do? And again, if you are as good as you say you are, you don't shy away from competition. You welcome competition. And if you want to run your mouth, then back it up. Daniel Berry, Sports Highlights. How you doing? I'm watching All In for free. 0.99. I like it. Free 99. Hashtag suck it, Tony. Jokes. Think about the Attitude Era. Did Vince ever put SummerSlam against Bash at the Beach? No, but you got to remember, Eric put Raw, Nitro right up against Raw on purpose. Then you had Thunder. Then you had SmackDown. Like there were counter programming at a higher level between two companies who were actually competing for viewers. 10 million people tuning in. It's a different time, and they were literally battling, you know, splitting that audience. This is different, and I think in the way of the world nowadays, you can easily watch both and comfortably watch both and watch other companies like TNA might get a TV deal. I hope they do. We'll be here live for it. NXT is fun to watch. We watch Ring of Honor. We spread it around because we're wrestling fans, and that's the way it's supposed to be. I think people put more into it. Does it acknowledge that WWE is very aware of AEW and they like to fuck with them a little? Yeah, but they're the big bad bully, and that's what happens. Like we were just talking about when it comes to doing, what we do, there's gatekeepers, there's people that lock you out, there's, the humble bunch of friends that want to stay kind of the popular crew and defend each other and stand by each other. It's like any other business. But Dexter in control right now of Dawkins. If anything, I should be complaining for the counter programming because I'll have less channels for content for my videos. Facts. Not everybody does what we do, Geekbox. So yeah, I mean, plus, it's a lot. It's a lot of extra stuff. I mean, same thing here. We get there's call outs and graphics and visuals, and we're on we're on all the social media. Nick and I and Anthony always promoting every day, trying to get this over. So yeah, you got to do it, 4 times for one day, come back, do it the next day. And you're like, all right, we did all this work. We're back on Monday. We're back on Tuesday. We're back on Wednesday. So, I mean, not complaining. I mean, like you said, we don't complain because if you truly love it, you love it. The people out there bitching, well, you weren't going to watch the other one anyway. Shut the fuck up. Oh, I can't believe they did this. Well, watch what you watched and be quiet. As we click into another commercial break, this match is getting a lot of time. Sorry, click back from as Dexter's still in control of Dawkins, but this tag match getting the time to do its thing. What is your thoughts on Big Boom AJ returning to action tomorrow? I mean, I know people get mad about this kind of thing, but if you can support and cheer for Big Boom, speaking of big booms,
boom! Well, and boom goes the dynamite. There we go. But yeah, well, first following up of what you were saying before of, often imitated, never replicated, never duplicated. We do what we do because other people can't do what we do.
Yeah, facts. And as far as this one goes, I mean, if you can support AJ, you can support Jelly Roll. If you can support AJ, you can support other people like the Bad Bunny or Travis Scott. I mean, we won't talk about the stupid booking decisions. AJ being on something like the lower card or on the pre-show, I got no problem with. He's actually really kind of dialed in. Like, I mean, as far as we watched his last match, he was more over than almost anybody on that card.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be the same, but it's again, like we talked about Jelly Roll type of thing of I can't be mad at one thing without the other. They go hand in hand of it's a celebrity spot of I'm sorry that AW celebrity is a guy who does Costco TikToks and WWE celebrity is a guy who makes Grammy Award winning songs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 100%. You can't jump on Twitter or X or Instagram or wherever and I can't believe they're fucking doing this. And then also be like, oh, AJ Hologram are teaming up. Really?
Did you see? I love that picture with Lance Archer and the Rizzler. 2 people. I don't know which one's more irrelevant or relevant.
Oh, yeah, right. Montez on fire.
Super blockbuster. Super kick. Let's go. Profits. 2 count. I don't like that they didn't show the pin at all. I mean, if it's a 2 count, fine, but I would have liked to maybe see something.
This is awesome chance breakout.
It's been a hell of a tag match, though.
They let him cook. We've gone through 2 commercials. Like he went on break and came back.
I know. Well, speaking of us going on breaks and everything, I like Geekbox. My working theory is now y'all clones to get so much done taking breaks. No, trust me.
I wish.
There's been other podcasts and everything, friends of the channel and everything, that have literally theorized that we're duplicates, that we have, body snatchers, that we are just live 24/7 and everything like that. And it at times feels like it, but
It really does.
It's the best way to do it.
No, we're two things that are at play here. One, we're completely out of our mind, and two, very understanding partners.
Can you be out of your mind if you don't have one?
Yeah. Oh, big frog splash. They're gonna. Oh, Gacy back up to the apron though. The ref. Oh, Rowan. We're gonna get new tag champs, bro.
How did you get ahead of me? I got frog splash right now.
Okay, sorry.
No, you're good. I got Rowan pulling out forward.
Dawkins coming around. Body checks Rowan.
Yes, I got the up over the barricade.
Perfect. Ever since
I walked away, I didn't touch anything, and we somehow.
No, I rebooted it. Like it reset. That's why I went
fair enough. But
my shit dropped. Technology is
about people with clip-on beards. Yeah, crab people.
No, Geekbox, man. I mean, the minute we can clone ourselves, I'm in. Because I'm down.
Yeah, but that's why it's not a gimmick unlike other channels of our
Nick, new champs. The Wyatts take the W. Holy shit. I didn't see that coming.
You didn't?
Wow. Let's go.
I thought that was the predictable outcome. I was hoping more for it would have been an upset if they retained.
I thought maybe too soon. But
that's what I thought. That's what I spelled out of. If we're gonna do these DLCs and everybody's all upset because you ain't doing nothing with the Wyatts. And how do you beat the Wyatts clean?
You can't. There you go. And new tag team champions. Replay. Montez misses the splash, and then it's all downhill from there. Rowan has a hand in this. Ladies and gentlemen, how do you
match?
What's that?
SummerSlam multi-team ladder match?
Yes. Let's go. How do you feel about this one? The visual's wonderful. The Wyatt Six have gold, folks. Joe Gacy with his first main roster gold, too.
Yeah, well, and Dexter Lumis as well.
I wonder if they do this, a little bit of a Freebird style.
Maybe it would make the most sense with Rowan involved.
Yeah, right.
That.
Very mad. That's fair. I'm not even mad at it. But
as we cut to the tag division of even fraction, fuck.
Yeah, they're pissed off. They're like, what do we do? So they're all going to have to team up on them at SummerSlam.
Multi-team ladder match. I think someone mentioned it earlier. That's the SmackDown tag division is the best tag division on main roster WWE television.
Did Candy LaRue get is she doing like this Sandra D thing? Like,
tell me more. Right? No, she looked like I can't say that.
Oh,
extremely mad. Well, yeah.
I don't think it's extremely mad. I think it's a little but I like what they're doing here with all the tag teams pissed off about it.
Yeah.
I will say this.
Go ahead.
I've said it a while now. If WWE announces a title match, it doesn't matter when, where, or how. If there's a title match, it could be a title change.
Facts. As Andrade and Fenix now throwing their hat in the mix here.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that is what?
No, I'm just like Gargano and Chama. No.
Oh yeah.
Tell me about it, stud. I got chills.
One of the better things. Hey, Michael Chandler out here. But that's one of the better things with WWE. We saw it on a Monday Night Raw. Jey Uso lost the world title to Gunther. We've seen it now. Tag titles.
DC in the house.
This is just Tessator's buddies showing up.
Laura Senko.
Who?
Yeah, fair enough.
Is she an actress? Is she a fighter? What am I supposed to know her from?
She's a fighter. There you go. Last time Chandler was on the
Jelly Roll.
Jelly Roll. I didn't know he was doing a concert.
Yeah, but we're just taking this motto when it comes to the IWC, folks, of somebody save me. Me from myself. Me from Twitter.
I like it. I like it. Woo UFC. I'd rather have matches like this over mid-card jobber matches that are used to just take up time. Again, not every match can mean everything, you know, Jose. Some matches have to be just kind of a filler match or a throw-in match. You got to give people that aren't established time. But I do like the idea that you have so many belts. You have tag titles. You have women's tag titles. You have mid-cards. Put them on your shows, and those belts can change hands. The audience is so trained that if you book a mid-month like title match and it goes out second on a show, it won't be a title change. We were so trained that it will be a pay-per-view or a main event occasionally, but that's it. So you have to make this exciting. And to me, the fact that they won surprised me and it excites me.
The title changes is the best aspect of this. I think it was post WrestleMania 41 has been the biggest example of you have to watch weekly. When they say there's going to be a title match, it could be a title change. We've seen it before. We've seen it. There's been times to where it looked all dead to rights that it was going to be a title change, and they pivoted to where, that's where they were going to go. Like, their title matches on weekly television have been really good and been more of their can't miss booking.
And they matter, right? We saw it with EO. We've seen it with the Street Profits and the Wyatts. We saw it when the Street Profits won it the last time. We saw it when, MCMG won it. We didn't expect Ciampa to win it with Gargano when they did. Right. They kind of tricked everybody. So it's good. We've seen it on NXT. We've seen it on both shows. If they announce a title match and you like title changes, tune in because it's a 50-50 right now.
Oh, and that's a huge example that a lot of people forget because of its NXT, of like JC Jane winning the title was a huge, no one expected that, but it becomes a super shocking moment to where even the ring announcers selling it and didn't know and all that.
KJ looks like a frustrated teacher. I had to take my glass off and chew on the end of it.
Hey, sons of a bitch.
Why Titus O'Neil stopped wrestling? He's still young. I think he just knew. I think he was smart and saw like he was never going to kind of be upper echelon and managed to turn it into a very successful, very amazing career as far as being like the ambassador. Done a lot of charity work. So, I mean, we've seen other guys pivot. He pivoted, and this is what happened.
Titus O'Neil has done much more and been much more impactful, dare I say, with his work outside of the ring than he was going to be in the ring. I know who and everything, and doing all of this and everything. When he kind of slid under the ring in Saudi, he came back a changed man when he came back out the other side of that, going under the ring. Him as an ambassador for WWE has been one of the best things that WWE's got, like that ace up their sleeve of I know the NFL has like the Walter Payton Award of like the Man of the Year award and everything. And I know Titus has won stuff like that. Like he's that kind of guy. He does much better as an advocate than he would as an in-ring talent.
Now we need Hangman to beat Mox. I think this will not be the first title change. And again, SmackDown's job tonight and the hope of WWE is steal headlines. They want people talking about the Wyatt Six winning the belts. They want people talking about what happens on SmackDown tonight. They don't want people talking about All In. And people can get mad about that all they want, but that's how this works.
But that's been the narrative. Well, that's been the thrown out narrative of WWE's game plan this weekend is to steal headlines. What do you see from WWE that would steal headlines over what they could do at All In?
Right.
No, that was a question of like, what could WWE this weekend, Saturday and Sunday, is going to be headline of they take over anything that happens at All In.
Yeah, and that's why they're sandwiching. Like, and I know people say like, but ultimately it's not so much like, I know people are calling it counter programming, but it's not so much about really fucking up, because we've already given examples of how it doesn't really apply as far as ticket sales and such for All In. But what you do is you try and steal as many headlines. You try and minimize their overall impact moving forward going into it. And it's their job to, persevere. It's their job to put on a show that they steal the headlines.
But yeah, so what though could WWE you think they're actually going to do that could steal headlines? Like Goldberg wins the title, would steal headlines. I don't think that's going to actually happen. Roman maybe showing up could steal headlines. I personally don't think that's going to happen. I think this
Roman's
is the weekend to All In.
We'll see. I mean, again, Evolution could have some big shit going on. Title changes on Evolution. Again, stealing the headlines going into Monday. You have shit go down on Monday. By the time you get back to Wednesday, are we still talking about All In? Like, oh my God. That will be the interesting part.
Right.
And again, as we're getting a Goldberg package, if anybody's wondering, sponsored by Arby's, because the meaty men are throwing down.
Big beefy boy is slapping me. I'm only feel robbed that Big E is not Goldberg's last match.
Right. I have no interest. Fair enough. And again, everyone has that right. Some people don't want to watch WWE and they won't. Some won't watch AEW. That's fair. That's absolutely fair.
But that's why we cover the gamut.
Yeah, right. But ultimately, that's what this comes down to is, I can guarantee you one of the things we will be talking about on Sunday and Monday is something Jon Moxley did as far as like he jumped, he got run over by a car. They stuck a fucking katana through his face. Like there's going to be those kind of talking points coming out of this death match. They set the whole building on fire.
I think it'll be more the run-ins and the surprises and the returns. Like, I respectfully think, and I'll say this, the best match out of the weekend is going to come out of All In.
It really could, and it should.
Oh, and absolutely.
We got Jelly Roll.
Yo. He's looking more like a Slim Jim than a Jelly Roll, my guy. I didn't know man's trimmed down quite that much.
Oh, yeah. He wants to do a marathon.
Good on him. I can tell you're a liar.
Ooh.
F country music. No, this is just white people emo music. Just not with an electric guitar.
It's not locked in country, but it's good shit.
It is its own thing. It's like when Eminem did Beautiful just with a guitar.
No, ain't nothing but
yeah, like I said, I won't deny I like me some Jelly Roll music. I like the song singing to the guitar picking.
He's amazing. I've seen him live. He's a great performer. He's very inspirational.
Oh, yeah, you just recently did that too, my guy.
Not that long ago. He's so thin. That is insane.
He's been training. He's out here. I would trust.
There you go. There you go. There you go.
I would Travis Scott.
As predicted, Logan Paul is here to shit on the parade.
Nah. He's out there. Mega is just playing the role of Logan Paul right now.
Right?
No. I don't want none of this.
Yeah, Logan Paul pulls the plug on the Jelly concert. So we get halfway through Liar, and all of a sudden we heard yelling, and there is Logan telling people to shut the fuck up, and they're on him quick.
I fucking love this from MDB. I gave you a star, sir. Somebody told me that Clerks was just Friday for white people, and I laughed my ass off.
That's one of the funniest shit I've ever heard.
A bit, yeah.
Kinda.
You get fired on your day off? How do you get fired on your day off?
Right.
It's Friday. You ain't got shit to do.
Yeah, it lines up, right? I kind of started running through like a Rolodex real quick of like, is there other whiter movies that are kind of fit? But Clerks might be it.
Well, when it started off a thing and it became a threequel, that might have not been needed to be a threequel.
Jelly skinny as hell. You can barely hear Logan. They're yelling.
Yeah.
To our industry. How dare you come to our industry? So it's even more insulting coming from Logan saying our industry, right?
Yeah, motherfucker. This ain't your industry.
I don't care. I'll admit it at this point. I don't care what happens between these two, just because I like Jelly. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna complain. I like
You're not jelly about Jelly,
right?
Well, and It's a celebrity show off. It's not, I'm not expecting this to be fucking 5 stars in the Tokyo Dome.
No.
This will be an in-between, middle of the show match that'll draw eyes that don't normally watch wrestling, because Jelly Roll is going to be talking about this. The same people that like Logan Paul and this celebrity and that celebrity involved in this should embrace this.
Now KJ sees how I felt about Travis Scott. Yeah, I get it, bro. But this ain't Astro World right now. Too soon?
Well, maybe not.
I just watched. What? Big pop for Jelly. He's not a bad promo.
No, you saw his. If you've seen an acceptance speech from him.
Oh yeah. Oh man, that's one of the best promos ever cut. Actually, the one when he won the Country Music Award for Best New Artist.
There's a reason the rear view's bigger, smaller than the front view, because you're always looking forward.
I can't. When my algorithm accidentally puts that in front of me, I fucking every time I stop and it's so good.
Right.
Yeah,
Randy Orton. Randall Keith.
Bananas. So for anyone out there, and I know some people aren't going to love this whole situation, but listen to the crowd in the building. That's the people that aren't on. Some of them are, but a lot of the people in that building aren't on the internet, aren't the smart marks. Didn't know that this was going to happen. And Randy getting over huge with it. Question is it just Randy versus Logan with Jelly kind of hanging around, or is there a tag match coming? But Jelly can't stop smiling, having the time of his life.
Oh, absolutely. Well, if any of us were out there doing that, we'd be like, I'm just happy to be here.
Right.
You got to show off them veneers. But yeah, I think we kind of called this earlier. There's got to be somebody.
Drew!
Tyler.
Board at work.
Drew and Logan versus Randy and Jelly Roll. We knew Randy was going to get involved because that was who Jelly Roll interacted first with when he showed up.
And Jelly beside himself. Drew. And the new t-shirt, Board at Work, is fucking amazing. This is great.
That's the best thing about this is Drew and Randy. That's their feud, and then this has just got peripheral.
Yeah. But I'm good with this. And again, you're keeping big names busy while John Cena is holding on to the belt.
Yes. Again, you're keeping everything in rotation while, the solar universe goes around.
Logan Paul, Jelly singing about it.
Jelly's got to do something. Like I said, this man's about to hit a choke slam or a splash. Do something, you big son bitch.
He might have wanted.
I know you lost some weight, but fight back.
Oh, there you go. There you go. He's got Logan by the hair. By
the mop. Jelly Roll just tosses Logan Paul, and you would have thought Hulk Hogan just slammed Andre the Giant.
The place is shaking. Get the fuck out of here. Somebody actually said, like, AJ Boom or Jelly, who's a bigger star? I was like, are you honestly asking this fucking question right now?
TikTok, Grammy. I don't know. You tell me.
Fucking world tour, just fresh off of. Let's go.
Yo, but so, like Klaatu says, we got a tag match player. Holla, holla, holla.
Yeah. Logan Paul, Drew McIntyre. I think it works really well. Randy's so over. You have Randy protect Jelly in a lot of ways. And Drew's a menace. Drew's an absolute fucking menace. Like right now, everyone's pushing. I want to see Drew come back in the like behind everybody again.
Well, and again, you get this into SummerSlam. Like, it's going to be a 2-night event now. You throw this on one night, and you get the casual fans. Mm-hmm. It's not a fucking main event. Oh, he's going to destroy the drum kit. Did you touch?
I'm going to put my balls on your drum kit.
Did you touch my drum kit?
I'm going to put my nutsack on your drum kit. Oh. But look,
broke 1,000 guitars, never drew a dime.
Listen, there are wrestling companies in this world right now, and this weekend specifically, that hope that they get pops the way this whole segment did. So anyone out there, that's what this is. This is awesome.
You want to get headlines? This is how you get headlines. Jelly
Good.
Roll versus Logan Paul. That's a headline that goes beyond pro wrestling. That's the part of this that, again, wrestling tribalist IWC forgets. This expounds way beyond pro wrestling now.
Mm-hmm. And they're smart. They put Jelly in a position to fight it. Like if it was going to be Jelly versus pick
Logan as the singles, yeah, right? It's fucked.
It's a dangerous game to like Jelly versus Randy, Jelly versus Drew. That doesn't work. But Jelly versus Logan, people don't give a fuck who beats up Logan Paul. They just want to see somebody beat up Logan Paul.
But now you have Randy and Drew in this who are going to do very much the heavy lifting. You have Logan who's going to be there. That's going to get some spots in. That's going to feel like the counter and everything. Jelly's going to probably do, I swear, all of maybe 5 moves. And he's going to end up winning. He's not going to sit there. He's not hitting a fucking 619. He's not hitting a V-trigger, a one-wing angel.
Wait till he hits a Hurricane Rana and I fucking shit my pants live.
Isn't just what an earthquake then?
Right? Just an absolute, like, honest to God, maybe the biggest pop ever.
I'm waiting for a Jelly Roll tope.
It's a jelly tope.
Well, I never see an elephant.
Right. Up next, R-Truth taking on our buddy Malachi. Couldn't remember, but
fair enough. Well, I got Spaz with a $10 super chat saying people won't like this, but 3 people that are already loved, Drew, Jelly, and Randy, are all loved a little more because Logan is in that ring. Hey, Meg, did you get a Logan Paul is the Meg Griffin of professional wrestling.
Yes. Yeah, I think Spaz is spot on with this. Like, honest to God, like the natural and real hatred for Logan Paul makes him valuable to wrestling, and people can say whatever they want, but there's heels in the business on big shows that have never been booed like Logan Paul. So people can say whatever the fuck they want about him. He's getting the job done. And I know that the critics are going to shit all over everything that we just watched. That was super fun. And if you're a wrestling fan, that makes me feel like old days. Because again, you're going to do a 2-night SummerSlam. There is room for shit like this.
Is this a Karl Malone, Dennis Rodman? I know that we just interviewed Mark Raimondi, who did, say hello to the bad guys. So I guess I might be halfway in the NWO vibe. This man just waka hey-hayed me. But good reason. You've got the celebrities involved now and everything. You're going to get eyes that aren't normally paid attention to, and especially when you're going to do this as your first 2-night main event of SummerSlam or 2-night event of SummerSlam. Yeah,
imagine if we had the internet audience we have now for the times where like a Pete Rose gets dropped by Kane. Well, that's so stupid. It's just Pete Rose. No, it's
Drew Carey in the Royal Rumble.
Carey, right? Yeah, you're right. Like we've had, we going all the way back to, like I said, I mean, you got Mr. T involved. You got fucking Cyndi Lauper in there doing shit. Like this is nothing new in wrestling. And Jelly Roll's beloved. And it might not be everybody's cup of tea, but he's one of the biggest acts in the world in 2025. So that's a big deal for WWE. A lot of people are going to see wrestling clips that have no idea what the fuck wrestling is just because they're Jelly fans. And again, Randy, super over. Drew is a fucking menace. And Logan Paul is an absolute pain in the ass.
Right. Well, I love Lady B here with the Jelly Roll. Canadian Destroyer will leave me, Does she just call it the Jelly Roll?
That would be the Jelly Roll, right? Like, to me, that would be like all my favorite things coming together once. Like a musician I like, a Canadian Destroyer, Jelly, who doesn't like jelly in general. It's all the wonderful things. It's just big old Jelly Roll.
Fair enough. I always raise my hand on the thing, but we'll move on. Frankie's saying they're still calling him R-Truth. I thought that he officially became Ron the Truth Killings. It's indistinguishable. It's interchangeable. I feel.
Right. But are we going to pretend like Randy has? Yeah, but I mean, again, I'll read the rest before I finish my sentence. But doesn't have maybe 2 SummerSlams left. and we're going to waste it on this. I'm looking at this from the standpoint of this does not make sense for Orton. Yeah, but Orton's got nowhere else to go. Like, I mean, yeah, you can give him something, but this is super over, and it's Drew. It's Randy Drew. That's the point of this. It's not a waste to me at all. And ultimately, again, we don't know how many more Randy have, but also putting Randy in celebrity tag matches helps keep that career going.
Well, and everybody knows an RKO out of nowhere, so that also helps double down too with that. And again, like you said, the fulcrum of this whole thing's more Drew McIntyre versus Randy Orton. Like, where else were you going to slot in a Randy Orton right now on SummerSlam? He's not taking on Cody because Cody's going against John. He's not taking on John because John's going against Cody. So who else is he going to face? Is he going to face for a U.S. title? Is he going to take on Solo Sikoa? Would we have rather had that?
Yeah, it just like it doesn't quite fit. But he brought his wife. What up, Bunny?
They do make him a lifelike.
Maria Menudo. Yeah,
that's the T1000 right there.
Look, he won the fucking belt once upon a time, guys.
Who?
Snooki.
No, don't you bring that up.
Yeah, that's shit, right?
But we got Randy and Jelly Roll dapping it up.
Right. I did see a thing going around today that's they're in the home of the Nashville Predators. So big shout out to the Nashville Predators. But Jelly Roll,
one of the best logos in the NHL, but just somehow can't manage to win shit.
They've always been good, but not great. And every year they're like, oh, Nashville's so good. Even all the Pecorine days, which sounds like you need medicine for. But we are getting Alistair's entrance as we speak. But yeah, I mean, they have
no, fun.
Right. They have like a summer program, and they called it Preds in the Community. I was like,
no one that flew through PR and no one said nothing about that. Is the same person who let that fly the same person who named shit in WWE?
Right.
Please do the thing. Yes, I am the dancing bear. No. Hey. I love it. It's just heavy metal is just
right. There's a line for me. Once I start having to like figure out, it's like mumble rap. Like if I can't figure out the words, then I don't want to deal with it at this point in my life.
No, because most mumble raps just like if you catch on to one word, you know the whole song. Like Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang.
Yeah,
that's the whole fucking song. Panda. Yeah, it's all one song. It's one word.
I'm telling you, the Meg slander is crazy.
Shut up, Meg.
Shut up, Meg. New tag team, Rick Roll.
RK Roll.
That is all right. Take that.
Right.
RK Roll.
How do you feel that Malachi is still selling the wonky eye after everything with Ronald Mysterious and Seth Rollins being the missionary and everything?
Sorry, what about the missionary?
Pause on that. It's like missionary every single night.
That was a part of me.
But no, Malachi still selling, Alistair still selling the wonky eye and everything. Now it's a touch akin to when he was in AEW with the splatter, but it goes back to Seth when he was the visionary, the revolutionary, when he was out there claiming eyeballs.
Right. As Alistair going to work on Truth just covering up, backed in the corner. This kind of bothers me a little bit. But breaking news, KJ Sons of Texas with the Von Erichs versus Shane Taylor promotion tomorrow at All in Texas. Leave it off. You got 11. You don't need the 12th match.
I'm more just mad that the infantry didn't win the Ring of Honor tag titles because, hey, let's maybe have something actually working and actually over on Ring of Honor versus just respectfully to Dustin, which he dressed like Mr. Iguana a little bit. Like I hate kind of playing it. He was very green.
He was very green. Yeah, green gold.
Yeah, but it was just Just fucking give it to the infantry. The Sons of Texas just fucking did they win just because they're in Texas?
Yes, that's what it is. Dustin, and rumor is Dustin just signed an extension with AEW to stick around. I don't know if it's going to be on screen or both. Like as far as going transitioning.
If Dustin gets in it creative, that gives me a lot of hope.
Maybe
because I think Tony would listen to him though.
You would hope, but
Dusty instead of Dusty, it's Dustin.
R-Truth grabbed a chair, and it was much to his demise. Now Malachi has the chair.
Right. I'm taking Malachi for this. I don't know.
For sure.
It's still probably Alistair, but yeah.
Mm-hmm. Or unless Alistair gets DQ'd here. The ref says, no way. No way.
Roll through, smoke my kids. 1, 2, 3.
Truth beat him.
That's so...
Truth beat him.
So slow, though. And Ron just fuck off. Kicks the chair on his way out as he's walking out.
No, listen. Malachi's going to be pissed. This forces.
Where's the spooky Shinsuke here? Where's the rest of this mid-card shit?
Right. Oh, he's Alistair's pissed. And we got Tiffy and Trishy.
By the way, Trish Stratus with the top saying your first crush, and I don't know, that could be taken in different ways. I'd love to be crushed by them things, but I'll keep it at that. I know you as a proud Canadian boy was a strapping lad. She probably was your first crush, but yeah, this is interesting of how we're going to get this build outside of Blonde Bombshell versus Blonde Bombshell. I think somebody said it earlier, TS versus TS.
Right, a little bit. Can't have too many spooky teams winning the same night, Nick. The Wyatt 6-1. I don't mind this. And again, the fans out there, they're burying Malachi. You wanted Truth to get booked. You wanted Truth to do shit. You saved his job. Now he's got to do stuff. So he steals a win tonight. It was a bit of an ending, like you said, a little bit slow, and very kind of like telegraphed. And we kind of saw it coming. But this is not done, and I'm okay with it.
I'm not bad at the outcome. I'm bad at the execution. I'll put it that way.
Right. All In is living up to his name. They're putting all of it in. Fact, even the kitchen fucking sink.
Hey, I would still say, though, he showed restraint because I feel like most of this is on their 2 hour, 0 hour that they'll just thank you, have a good night. I haven't seen anything that's been really added to the main card. And again, they're allegedly trying to get out before Saturday Night Main Event starts. Sorry.
That's the rumor. Now, I listen, you shouldn't be, whatever the opening match for WWE shouldn't make the main event of your biggest show of the year nervous.
The main event of their show shouldn't make your main event nervous, respectfully, honestly, at that point. This is one of your biggest shows of the year. Fuck whatever you throw at me. I'm going to beat you.
So, okay, so I'm just trying to see if it's, so it will be a pre-show match.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so Sons of Texas and the Von Erichs taking on Shane Taylor, which consists of Shane, Captain Dean, Lee Moriarty, and Charlie Bravo with Anthony Ogogo. Why do we not see more of that? Why do we not get more of Shane Taylor Productions in AEW? My God, there's some talent in that group.
We're saying the quiet parts out loud now. That's why I was upset that the infantry didn't win. I'm upset that we don't see Shane Taylor competing for a TNT title, like a Kyle Fletcher versus Shane Taylor. I'd almost rather see that match than an Adam Cole versus a Kyle Fletcher, respectfully.
Yeah. How did you feel about the Bucks saying that the Death Riders have carried the company for a year and Moxley's been amazing and the numbers are up, which I don't know what AEW people keep saying, like the numbers are up, but I don't know what numbers they're speaking of. Like compared to year over year,
from 5 to now 6, 7, 8, 9. Is that the numbers we're talking up? Like carried the company. I think they might have been misquoted. I think buried was the term they said. They might have been misquoted. It was a B instead of a C because, I know there's the adage of, well, no one would care about Hangman or this or that if there wasn't a good heel for him to go against. No, it's just we want this shit to go away. I want it to fucking die. I want the Death Riders, I want them to just end. I want this faction to cease to be.
Oh. Sorry, Nick.
No, you're good. It's over.
He's going to kick Damian in the head at some point.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's very much setting up for their match. Or do they pair together? Handshake?
No.
Oh. Handshake and walk away.
There it is.
Oh, yes.
Malachi turns on Damian. Let's go.
Oh. Spinning in black mass.
His strikes look unbelievable 9 times out of 10. Like
he's actually got kickboxing training.
Oh, yeah.
With that pillar there, I was expecting him to just ram his fucking cranium into there.
Yeah. So the refs are shooing Malachi away. Alistair, right? I don't know why I think Malachi stuck so hard. It just feels like a better name. Yeah, Alistair Black. But we're in the ring with Tiffy and Trishy.
Well, he was more prominently booked, if anything, outside of NXT as Malachi. It's the fresher of the memory.
Right. Again, it's one of the ones that have stuck.
Right.
Now, Trish Stratus, apparently, I don't know if this was real. I didn't verify it. But she said in an interview she felt like the build could have been better for this.
Well, I think overall as a whole, and it's, I guess, more of the public thing. Like, to regular wrestling viewers, we're excited for it. To your casual wrestling fans, hey, they're doing a spot show with the women.
Yeah, but I mean, in a show like, I mean, we're talking about All In incomparable. Just let's compare All In and Evolution as far as like spotty show, right? A lot of the matches on All In have just been thrown at us in the last week. The bulk of them. Like,
but
so
you have a lot that have been built up for
you do have
a year plus. You mentioned the Bucks saying that the Moxley's carried the company for years. You can't say that they've been there for years if this isn't the culmination of that.
Mm-hmm. That's the tricky part with, like, and again, when you don't have a bit more of a runway, like, you kind of need a bigger build to kind of get into bringing back somebody we don't see consistently. And we talked about it. I mean, having the 3 shows this weekend, I feel definitely impacted their promotion and like their ability to promote the shows. And I think it affected the booking overall. We talked about Saturday Night Main Event. You know, we're up to what, 5 matches now, but we just got one yesterday. Like the last one, if that's all we're getting.
You're right. Yeah, they overextended their reach out here. They were reaching for it, and then unfortunately, it seems like they're eating an uppercut.
We'll see, though. I mean, it will all come down to how this weekend plays out. If NXT Great American Bash cooks, then we're gonna have a really interesting conversation. If somehow Saturday Night Main Event's fucking unbelievable, and then Evolution cooks, I don't know, man. I mean, it's gonna be a fun Monday.
Right. Well, you had it up, but I'll really quickly read through it. Of Dylan saying, "This is why people can't have nice things. Everyone wants to break down every single part of something instead of having some fun. Learn to live a little quiet. Quit ruining everything for people. Hashtag WFU." Oh, absolutely. I got
like they might accidentally turn Tiffy, heel. But she's so much bigger than Trish.
Naomi.
Let's go. Naomi in the house.
Bigger. That's the biggest thing is, to me, I think Naomi's the wild card in all of this.
Oh, for sure. Especially with Jade being, number 1 contender.
I said it during the prediction
show. Jade, speak of the devil.
No!
The Storm. And they tried to hit her music. Don't do that.
No, just let her come out. But
just let her come out.
Bro. I know every wrestler's getting fantasy cast or actually cast for Street Fighter. Can we get Jade Cargill for Storm in the latest MCU movie?
Right. Let's go.
I could see, though, to where it could be an option to where Naomi loses her match with Jade. We got to pull apart here with these women.
Right.
And then Naomi still cashes in on winner of Tiffany Trish later on.
100%. There's a lot of options here.
Right. Do we get a Bianca? Bianca at Evolution?
I still say yes. I still think Bianca is going to be a huge factor in this. Naomi for a second. Then she gets jumped, and we go to the Saturday Night Main Event promo call out. Jade, all physique, no talent. I disagree.
You don't get to where you are with no talent. I think it's still a diamond in the rough a little bit. She's like Beth Phoenix, but not quite, I guess, not as seasoned, if that makes any bit of sense.
Yeah, again, I still think she's young in her overall wrestling career. Like, again, what is she going to be like as this rolls forward?
Right. And by the way, tying into the tag match we talked about earlier with Jelly Roll and Logan Paul, Saturday's main event, Randy Orton versus Drew McIntyre in a singles match there. So that's the main focus of this feud.
Jelly helped Randy beat Drew, or Logan helped Drew beat Randy. As Jimmy.
Could be.
Man, the pacing of this show at 2 hours is magnifique.
Yeah, well, that's weekly wrestling television peaks out at about 2 hours, 2.5. That's why even you see with Raw, if it gets closer to 3, it starts to lose its steamboat.
Mm-hmm. But as we head into the main event, folks, Jimmy Uso coming out to take on Solo. I will remind everyone we're here at 1 p.m. tomorrow, and we're here all day long. 3 pay-per-views, 2 hosts, 1 stream. It's going to be a hell of a night. We're looking forward to it. The main event is all set.
Right. Would you rather see Roman return to help Jacob Fatu versus MFT, or go against Seth Rollins? Seth Rollins.
I think Seth is the story.
I fantasy book to where Roman costs Seth from actually successfully cashing in, to where it could be a situation at a SummerSlam to where CM Punk beats Gunther for the world title, and then Seth goes to try and cash in, because with my dying breath, I will make sure CM Punk is not a world champion in this company. And then he goes to cash in. Out of nowhere, there's a spear. Roman Reigns, your one tribal chief, your first tribal chief, the original tribal chief, call him what you will, takes out Seth, and we get towards the build of Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns payoff at WrestleMania.
Yeah, it's a long journey to get there, but I could see it. I don't know if Seth and Roman are locked in. I know this is something that you've talked about. I don't know where all of this goes, but I do think allowing MFT or Solo's group, the Bloodline 3.0, whatever, kind of work with Jacob and then kind of let Roman trail away. It kind of feels the most sensible way to go about this.
I don't have Roman and Jacob anywhere near each other until we're going to have them face each other.
Yeah.
I keep them as separate as I can. You can have a Jimmy, you can have a Jay that gets involved. Roman stays separate. Yeah. Roman is his own entity. And especially now he's going to be coming back post losing his wise man. We haven't seen Roman since WrestleMania when he got turned on and everything. So this is going to be the new, pretty much babyface Roman Reigns. Now still as the tribal chief. So it's going to be interesting. That's why I say leave him alone. He has to establish that new character, that new gimmick, that new persona separately, individually.
Yeah, and I do think that he, obviously he's going to move the needle, and it will be very interesting how he plays into the dynamic of all the storytelling. Punk's still an issue when it comes to Seth. There's a lot of question marks, and I think that's a good thing. But proceed with caution. Jade isn't proceeding with caution. Not even a little bit. All gas, no brakes from Jade tonight.
Accident.
Right. Boston made me laugh because Naomi went from glow to caution tape.
Well, I dig it. I dig her being, the unstable, the friend who snapped.
Yeah. I got Christian Cage in Ring of Honor. Damien, thank you. Goldberg got to where he was with no talent. Minimal talent is maybe the better term. But I mean, I think Jade's getting, I think people get stuck. It's like the Nia conversation. Like, Jade's getting better. She might not be fucking Lou Thez at this point, but she's getting better.
Goldberg
Mildred Burke, as someone likes to say.
Sorry?
Mildred Burke, as someone likes to say.
Yes. Well, Goldberg was more of a product of, at that point, wrestling was the hardest it's ever been. And work rate wasn't a thing at that point, I feel. And he did have some talent. Like he's still super athletic and still is just an impressive as shit. And it's all in how you present him. Jade's been benefited with that too, as well as everything in AEW.
Right.
How you present her really can carry a lot of weight.
100%. As right now they are running down the whole schedule, including there's a recap show on Sunday for Saturday main event, as well as post shows and recaps, and yeah, they're doing it up.
Yay! Where's Tony Hinchcliffe out here? Can we
get on? He's doing Tony? That. Yeah, that's a thing. At SummerSlam, they're bringing Tony back. Will you see Velvet Sky? No. Right.
Velvet Sky, of all people, no. Do we get a let's light it up, light it up, light
I know
it
you
up.
keep saying that. I don't. Why not? Like, I mean, why not? That will steal some fucking headlines.
Yeah, for sure. Well, and it would be, I know when I sent it before in our group chat, you're like, really? This again? We've been here. But then, you know, they do a highlight video on the WWE YouTube channel of all the greatest hits of AJ Lee just in time for this. And it kind of builds you up hoping that.
Right. I got to click on this one. Mr. Green, welcome. Probably the worst you do, but yet you're here. And how you doing? How you doing? Welcome to the Wrestling Utopia, sir. Again, if you don't have anything good to say, you're in the wrong place. And again, if you don't think this is what, these guys think, these guys who still think AEW is good. Where are you even fucking on? How much have you drank today, sir? Step away from the keyboard. Remove thy head from thy bottom. Yeah, I don't know what channel you think you walked into, but this isn't the place, sir.
And AEW is good, motherfucker. Like, that's the thing.
All right. Bye-bye, Rich. It was good seeing you. Thank you for coming.
Right. We've all been experienced. We've been enriched in our lives now, folks.
Yeah. Some
thanks
people just
to
have
Rich.
bad days and they got to take it out on others. Came in. You guys think AEW is great? Are you fucked?
You enjoy wrestling? How dare you enjoy wrestling? Let me click on this watch party watching wrestling. You tell them how you shouldn't be enjoying wrestling. What the fuck are you on?
At least come into the chat with accurate criticism. Side note, Nick, I understand your point about overextending and overexposed, but as a wrestling fan, I will never complain about too much wrestling because it could be gone forever. Keep up the great work. There you go.
No, absolutely, and I agree with that. Trust me, I secretly have extra tabs of more wrestling shows besides even the wrestling shows we're talking about right now. That's the thing.
Right.
I have the guilty pleasure of going and watching more wrestling after we're done talking about wrestling.
Right. I like it. The Jade match is such a out of time match to me. Whoever loses someone who right now shouldn't be taking many losses is eating it. Money in the Bank and the number one contender should both look strong. But I mean, again, what if the twist is Belair? I think that's, to me, I agree with you. They're in a tough spot, and there are ways to get out of this where they both end up looking strong. We talked about the Money in the Bank holder might lose a couple matches because then people kind of doubt them. But again, with this being a street fight or a Falls Count Anywhere, whatever the fuck they decided on, there's X factors at play with this one, Geekbox, I think.
Well, and almost Jade, like you were saying, with being the Money in the Bank briefcase holder, can take the L a bit because Naomi already took the L in the first match. Now, does Naomi take 2 L's, really make Jade look good? And then, hey, I cash in, I win the briefcase, I win the title now. So come SummerSlam, we got to have a threequel now.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. There you go. Jose Bouncer KJ. Hey, if you can't handle your shit, whatever you're we tell everyone, bring your vitamins, bring your feel good. But if you can't handle your shit, and act like a human being. Get away from whatever you're doing or taking. Change the direction.
Well, no, we will welcome a discussion and a differencing of opinion, but if you can actually can maintain a conversation, then that's a different. Then we're on a different plane here.
Yeah, it just felt like a drone of like, you guys. Yeah, okay. Good night.
At least you halfway coherent sentences. There wasn't too many spelling errors or anything. Yeah.
And I implore people in the chat, and especially the wrenches, you don't have to tell people to fuck off. You don't have to tell them. Don't, again, we make light of it. We play our game, and the idiots will never be convinced that they're idiots. So don't stress about it. Just do your wrench duties, and no need to bog up the chat with negativity.
Just give them 5 minutes for high commenting and all that. But Aubrey's saying best damn wrestling podcast on YouTube, and if you ain't down with that, I got 2 words for you.
For life. No, that's not it. That's not it.
Well, no, that is what I got to hit. Our shit is real. Our shit is raw. Our shit is all authentic. When you're talking about wrestling, you put that for life with it.
Thank you, Aubrey.
Yeah.
But Solo standing on top of Jimmy right now. We are in a commercial break for some people in the world. We got to keep an eye on Tala and Tonga. So the numbers game is a factor as Jimmy being worked out right now.
Right. And we got a chat vibe check right now.
That's it. Get in that chat. Throw some fingers up. Throw some thumbs up. Peter Piper picked a pack of pickle. Fuck it. Triple digits in the chat.
Was Mrs. married?
My tongue is swollen.
Well, at least your teeth aren't melting. Shout out Anthony. But yeah, as we've enriched our lives, so we're now at 100 people after,
Rich told friends.
The trash took itself out.
Rich went and got some friends.
Exactly. We've enriched our lives after the trash took itself out here. Right. It's amazing how that works around here at times. Best channel with the best mods. Exactly. Mm-hmm. See, we're that street on the corner. We're that gated community, but the gate's off the hinges and everything, but the trash takes itself out. I was trying to get to
the that way with the friendliest bunch out there. And when someone behaves that way, they stand out like such a sore thumb. It makes me fucking chuckle. It's so funny. Like, really,
we've also at times converted some people and everything.
We have,
but at the same time, there was no talking to you. There was no pleasing you.
Well,
these are the people who think wrestling's good.
He thought we sucked.
What?
He thought we sucked because we're biased towards AEW.
I've never heard that in a recent memory.
Like, really? For all the heat I take? For all the heat this channel gets for our takes on AEW's bullshit?
SRS burner, JD burner, ICU.
Get the fuck off our property, Jerry. Oh, yo, go. Drake dropped something new. People should
go to the Clips album. Go listen to the Clips album. Drake, go listen to the Clips album.
Right. Go get it.
And if you don't recognize that house in your neighborhood, you live in that house in your neighborhood. What?
But big
less filling, more taste. I love that from Jose. Less bullshit, more taste, more flavor.
We're collecting haters, folks, and we're doing it on purpose.
Haterade's delicious, folks. Don't let the fucking people fool you. By the way, Solo's been just dominating this match.
Yeah, sorry, we got sidetracked, but Solo is in the main event. The tag match is rolling on, and again, I got no problem with this. It's kind of Friday Night Samoa, but we're okay,
right? But we got a couple of haters. Boredom's
a motherfucker.
I think inebriation. He had reached the point of saturation. And folks, if you reach the point of saturation, stop commenting.
Yeah.
Just watch and enjoy.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I think it's the first time someone's gone after the chat first. It's all your fault, people.
You are encouraging them. David, good go home. Has anything felt like a good go home or felt like a good wrestling show? That to me is the distinguishable defining factor.
Well, I mean, as far as what you're building up for tomorrow, I mean, Gunther and stuff happened over there. Your main event is this stuff, which LA Knight will be prominent tomorrow. The women's stuff was set up as far as the tag team goes for Evolution. I think it's a pretty good go home show overall.
Fair enough. Fair enough. The haters bring the paper. He probably went back to his mom's basement or a CGI car. He sleeps in a fucking sweet car bed.
Yeah, it's funny though. It's one of my like funny things of like even SRS was right away of like you don't like it's just such a clutch go to, but people behave a certain way. It's ridiculous. You're gonna fucking what are you gonna do? Hurt our feelings? Get the fuck out of here.
I do that daily. You can't hurt my feelings any more than I do, motherfucker. We did a whole stream about this. I already hate myself. You can't make me hate me more than I hate me. Aubrey said the haters asking for a guitar shot to the head. And never drew a dime, broke 1,000 guitars, never drew a dime.
LA.
Anyone remember that clip of talking about Jeff Jarrett?
Yeah, it's one of the best. But LA Knight on the second rope tags Jimmy, plays to the crowd.
Now serving haterade, hater chips, and hater tots.
Bring it.
Hashtag more than work.
Yeah, this is the best.
Well, no, I'm saying the guy. Yeah.
Solo kicked. Right. Homeboy missed out on a lot of fun. We have a lot of fun here. That's all right.
Well, he's probably still watching. He's just more mad now. I can't comment now. Just why will my comments go through?
Mm-hmm. Smackdown needs a wild slap nuts.
Beetlejuice. We need a Beetlejuice.
Listen up, slap nuts. I loved. I thought Jeff Jarrett was great. The stroke was one of my finishers. Like in Once Upon a Time in a basement far away. You're Nagi.
1, 2. LA breaks it up. It's just a crossroads. But yeah, and I like the play on the words of calling it the stroke and everything, especially at that time at WCW and the knockoff Kid Rock Cowboy. Down, down, down.
Right. Tonga. And Paul's back.
You said, though, that this would probably be what cost the match.
LA Knight. Yeah, Paul's ridiculous. Making fun of
now
LA.
He's got the sticker on the back of the phone. Call Seth Rollins.
Right. And letting his presence be felt. The Oracle, let's go. James Hadwick is horrible.
Yo! Little H missed the big boot, but called the fucking roll up by Jim. Big Jim beats little bro. They had him hightailing it after him through the fucking crowd here. Back-to-back matches, surprise roll-up finishes.
Makes me think Solo's going over tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
He's mad at Heyman.
You fucking did this. You screwed me. That's interesting.
All together.
Yeah, but I don't.
BFT again. So
go ahead.
BFT, big BFT.
I'm surprised. I didn't expect them to do any of the connective.
Oh, wait. Look behind you.
And I'm walking away. I didn't see it. I'm walking away.
And split them in half. Bronson to the top.
Tsunami.
Like quick time. That combo is beautiful. Both.
They are the natural disasters of 2025. Did you see Goldberg saying there's no one else who should be using a spear besides Braun Breaker?
That spear, LA goes down. The tsunami, especially doing like the Bam Bam style step off tsunami. It's outstanding. And no Seth, but Paul and the henchmen are here and they send a message. What kind of shape will LA be in tomorrow night?
Sunday night. And I love it, though, too, of it has that extra connective tissue. Oh, Saturday night's main event. Sorry. I don't know why I was thinking Evolution.
There's a lot going on, bro.
Wait, sorry, I digress. I slipped up. But I also like that they have the connective tissue of Solo being mad at Heyman, of you stuck your nose in our business now. Of that's an avenue I thought they weren't going to go back to.
Right. Yeah, I was really surprised with that. And as Paul leaving, security blocking the group, at least at the moment, the Brawns are heading out. Paul reporting on the phone to, as we could imagine, Mr. Rollins. And it looked like, oh shit, LA Knight is going over tonight. And no, Paul had the final laugh. The issue between MFT and the Oracle tonight's very interesting, and how that spills into anything.
Are we calling them now? Are they officially MFT? Yeah, you know me.
It's just easier than like Bloodline 3.0. So
yeah, so long, fair brawn, Avidas and goodbye. All that.
But ladies and gentlemen, that is SmackDown. That is the show. We will take your ratings out of 10. And with so much going on at the channel, we are soon to say goodnight so we can be back here at 1 p.m. tomorrow. Triple threat, marathon, lots going on. If you are a wrestling fan, this is the place to be. Be a friend, tell a friend. We say it all the time. Any Discords you're in, any Facebook groups, anywhere you talk about wrestling or people are talking about wrestling, share our link and let's grow this family. Rating out of 10 tonight shall be interesting. Al Snow, it's always a pleasure, sir. Thank you. Wrestling for WFU for life and W4LN. Let's go. Wrestling God. Thank you, Josh. Aubrey, somebody call my mama.
I love me some Ernest the Cat Miller.
All day. I got to call my mama.
Ho.
That spear is a missile. It's insane. It just outright annihilates LA. And there's no answer.
It reminds me the closest, and that's why I brought up the Goldberg comment, because it reminds me the closest to Goldberg's spear of it literally is that decleater of everybody else will hit a spear. Roman hits a spear. So-and-so hits a spear. Braun hits a spear. He's launching like a motherfucking missile. That man is almost doing a full front flip by the time he hits you with his shoulder.
Yeah, super impactful. A lot of talk about his speed, his athleticism. They've done a good job hyping it up. Guys have done a good job selling it. It's again, I don't disagree with minimize how many spears we see. I saw who was it? Somebody last night threw out a spear, and I was like, oh, now you're doing a spear? What the fuck?
Ricky does a spear, all of that.
Yeah, and I mean that's interesting. 8 out of 10 for Wrestling God. Very nice. 8.5, 8.75, 8. Felt good. It felt good. 10 out of 10 for Trish. That's my official score tonight. It's 10 out of 10 because Trish was on it. But my actual score, I think 8's fair. 7.5, 8.
8's fair to me. 8's fair to me. I still question this, probably, especially the ending segment, probably because it's the end of the week, felt the most like the go home segment of setting into Saturday's main event and everything. Everything else and everything throughout this week has been good wrestling shows. I don't know how much they were go home shows. Because a part of this of everything this week has been a go home for everything. Like everything has 4 shows that they've got to be a go home for.
Right? Some shows were go home shows for 2 shows. So follow along with that one. I give it a 9. Shocking moment of the night was the Wyatt's winning the tag team championships, Logan interrupting Jelly concert, and the Samoan Godzilla Talatonga has struck.
Does it get a Brucey bonus bump because of Jelly Roll? And it was actually, cotton candy Tootsie Roll. It wasn't bad at all.
Yeah, I think part of that for sure is the fact that like that whole segment, the live audience was completely into everything that happened. So the internet audience can piss and moan all they want. The live audience was so into it.
Yeah.
9 out of 10 from OG, 7 out of 10 from the Geek Box. A little bit on the lower side. Fair enough. This one made me laugh. I don't know if I read it, but I just got the Wyatt video up. I know you love a good quick upload pause. Yes, you do. So after we go off the air, go over to Geekbox and check out his latest reaction videos from tonight's stuff. Already got the Wyatts up.
Yeah, this man doing it literally while he's watching us.
Right? 8 out of 10, 7.5 out of 10. Well, that was more enjoyable than Raw.
Yep.
Okay, fair enough. One more time tomorrow, representing the red and black, the WFU
Wolfpack.
Let's go. It was awesome to see the Wyatt Six becoming tag champions. strucken, whatever. 8 out of 10 riches. 8 out of 10 riches. Let's go. Shout out to Rich, MVP tonight.
Our lives have been fully enriched. If you were here watching this stream, you have been enriched in your wrestling viewing experience. Which, well, someone mentioned earlier than Raw or better than Raw and everything. We're at the end of the week. We're into the end game now when it comes to this wrestling weekend. What was your show of the week? You were here for everything.
It might be SmackDown now, if I'm being realistic.
Recency bias?
Maybe, but Raw was okay. I think I scored it a little bit less.
Yeah.
If memory serves me correct. NXT wasn't my favorite. I think I scored that less. And other than the ending kind of wrapping it up kind of nice with a little bit of a brawl. And Dynamite, I went 6 with Dynamite just because, again, a lot of it doesn't, there's too many plot holes. There's too many things that I feel are childish. And the overall show, I don't think delivered a whole lot, but it wasn't terrible. It was
But we crushed a limo at the end of the show.
Right, which then they made it silly by cracking jokes. I mean, maybe none of the shows really blew my socks off this week, but maybe the recency bias. I feel like SmackDown might have been the best one of the whole group.
Doesn't have the biggest ace up its sleeve of it ends the week of it had the Jelly Roll segment and everything.
Right.
Like it had kind of the best way out of this.
Yeah, I mean, it helps. And I mean, again, you're kind of pitching to 2 shows, right? So you're splitting your attention amongst 2 pay-per-view or 2 special shows or whatever.
Is that an issue with this whole week of?
Oh, for sure.
Even AEW has to pitch to Supercard of Honor and All In. WWE has to pitch to, Saturday Night Main Event and Evolution, Great American Bash, all of that.
Yeah, a little bit. I think there's I feel like Tony doesn't put the effort into, like, if WWE put the effort into Great American Bash that Tony put into Ring of Honor, it might be a different story, right? Like it's kind of an afterthought a little bit, but 8 out of 10 from Damian. AEW All In tomorrow, hoping it's good pay-per-view. We're going to be here live. 1 p.m. We're looking forward to it. Cheers to Rich. I'd have gone 11 out of 10. Jelly Roll had done run-in instead. Not only lost points with me just because the matches were good tonight, but just didn't grip me so much. Yeah, I didn't feel fully gripped. I would give him that.
You gotta love a good gripper out there when you're out there sticking it into the wrestling. When you love a good gripper on that,
right? Grip on like a Kawasaki. 7.75 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Cowgirl Charlotte Flair. Woo! Dale, we found something Dale really likes. Is Cowboy Charlotte.
Listen, Dale, keep some of that to yourself, there, my guy.
That's awesome. Let's go, Dale. Imagine crushing a limo for practically doing that. That's the thing.
Vince Russo.
Yeah, it just feels like you're making noise for no reason. How many times have your socks been blown off, KJ? More than you believe. Plenty.
Really? Can you count them?
Yeah. No. Too many. Too many.
It was a meh and a meh.
Right. Fully articulate over here. Everybody get your forks ready. Yeah, your forks, your syringes, your flaming tables, your axes, your fire extinguishers, your flamethrowers, your minivans, your neighbors, your pets. Yeah, this one's going to be fucking
chaos. Do you
chaos.
really think it's going to be that calamity, or is it just going to be more run in?
No,
I think keep run in.
I believe, and we don't have to say he's got creative control or not. We don't know. But I believe with the influence that Moxley has, if this is Moxley's death, if this is the end of the skinhead drama, if this is the end of the whole Death Riders bullshit, it's going to be epic. He's going out in a blaze of glory, right? They all might melt like fucking wax by the end of this. Like, he's going out huge, and it's going to take like they might just take turns dropping him on spikes. Like, are you still alive?
Does he get a crown of thorns?
Like all the things. We might see a live crucifixion. Thank you, ECW.
Yeah, Sandman coming back.
Right? Use real nails. I'm hardcore. Yeah, okay. Easy, Mox. Wrestling for Life over everyone else. Thank you, MDB, WFU. Oh, I actually want to correct 8.5 out of 10. I forgot Cowgirl. The Dale out here making believers out of Geekbox.
Yeah, Pink Pony Club out there.
Right. As little as possible, MDB is the correct answer to that. And yes, that is true. Great show as always, Wrestling for Life. All right. My socks have layers. Yeah, usually one very thin one. That's about it. All right. Well, iTunes. Yeah, we got Ring of Honor going on in the background. But Nick, did you give a rating? Yeah, you did. We were good.
8.
All right, so we tied 8. Good night tonight. Solid show. I love the pacing of the 2-hour SmackDown. Feels so good.
That's another thing. Sorry, real quick. That's another thing I was going to say that they have now in their advantage of now that they moved from 3 hours to 2 hours. Like the show just feels better just because it's at 2 hours.
Yeah, you did the jelly thing, then you jumped to the back, you came out. Even the whole situation with Naomi comes out to talk to Tiffy and Trish, and instantly, like she didn't get a whole monologue in, then jumped. Instantly jumped. They fight, they go off, next match starts. Like it's so much better at 2 hours.
Right.
But ladies and gentlemen, that is the show. I will say again, we are back tomorrow for all your favorite wrestling. Both companies are going live. We will be here starting at 1 p.m. and it's going to be a day. Bring your snacks, bring your feel good, be a friend, tell a friend, like, share, subscribe, check out all our socials, get some takeout for the show. It's going to be insane, and we're looking forward to it as another marathon will be in the books by us. Nick, that's all I got tonight.
Now you got me questioning my takeout order for tomorrow. But yes, our shit is real. Our shit is raw. Our shit is all authentic. When you were talking about that rest, you better put that for life.
See you on the flip side, folks. Have a good night. Come back tomorrow, 1 p.m.